live stream. I'm your hosting guide, Zollin Ironshield, and today we will be doing voiceovers through the new storyline and exploring Umbar. It shall be a blast. I hope you're all having a great and wonderful day in Middle-earth. I know I am. So welcome one and all to the Lord of the Rings Online Corsairs of Umbar expansion, and we are going to go through it today and have a blast. So that is the goal. You're having fun, and I'm having fun. It's always our goal. Quick little fun update about the channel. It's something I've been thinking about for several months, and I've had a few of my subscribers comment on it that you guys would like it too. But I'm gonna try to do some lighting somewhere in the room for you guys. I can't say exactly where yet. So if you guys do like a super sticker or super chat or some kind of thing in the stream, it'll automatically do the right color light somewhere. I'm thinking a fun little thing would be to make it where it lights up the helmets or one of the helmets, or I'll figure that out. And then also maybe the map in the background. So yeah, anyway, that'll be a fun little side note. That's just a channel update real quick for you guys. I've been doing a lot of work on things and stuff like that. I know a whole lot of streamers, gaming streamers already do that. I know that's a very common thing, but I thought it's kind of a cool thing, and I know I like it when I'm watching someone else's stream, so hopefully you guys will like it as well. And welcome one and all here. Greetings, and to refresh my chat there, Andrew, welcome to the stream. I appreciate it. Using all the emotes, wonderful. Andrew was so nice to give a bunch of memberships the other day. I appreciate that. That was so kind for everybody. Robert, welcome to the stream. All right. And Beth is here. And the Shire Hobbit, welcome, has arrived. Welcome. The Lost Shire Hobbit, mind you. Hello. Thank you, Robert, for the super chat. I'll give you a heart there and shout you out. Though I do not have those lights up yet. They're not even here. They're coming in the mail. So, but I've done the work, and I've also found some software that'll allow me to hook it up to YouTube so I can have it automated, right? Because I was thinking, oh, I'll just get something I can click. But that that won't work in the future. So I always like to be as professional as possible with that. So that's the goal. Anyway, it'll be a lot of fun. We'll have a blast with that. So hopefully the version I get works. Otherwise, it'll be a little delayed. But the lights I got. Andrew in the house. Robert, thank you. That drops another one. All right, guys, welcome to Umbar. With all its wonderful sound effects. I'm here on a ship, actually right where we left off. We're in the middle of the Umbar port, here in the Cape of Umbar, with the beautiful new water. It looks amazing, the game. You can also see the reflection of kind of clouds and the gulls, and the sunshine is out. Woohoo! I feel like this is like a One Piece like shot right here. Like, I don't know if any fans of the One Piece shot right here. Seagulls, sun, boats, sky. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, look at those clouds. Those clouds look way too good, don't they? Gosh, I'm gonna start geeking out again over this and nerding out over it. And we got Beth. Yes, woohoo. Yes, we also have Beth, Robert. Thank you for another super chat. Oh my gosh. See, Robert, if you do this in the future, things will light up and you'll be lighting up the helmets in the background. So, is the goal. I think that would be cool. Because those helmets are always there, and I know you guys love them. I've had some really nice compliments from you guys. But I was thinking, it'd be kind of cool if it like lit up underneath the ridge or either inside the helmets. I'll have to kind of decide that once I see it, what looks good and what works. So we'll figure that out later. So welcome, guys. I want to start the chapter. Robert, another super chat. You're the best. I appreciate it. I love it. Can't forget the lost. Yep, Hobbit lost in the Shire. True. All right. And again, we will have Beth is someone who also had the same idea as me a couple months back. We're gonna have a little calendar on voiceoftherings.com for events we do. I'll have like different kinds, like dedicated things we always do, things like, you know, we usually do a stream this day, you know, kind of thing, except, you know, that kind of stuff. So, yeah, look at this, guys. We're in Umbar. It's amazing. But what I want to do today is I want to do voiceovers and level through the chapters. Hey, look, another player. Hello. Wow, who's already level 149. Someone's been working hard the last 2 days or 3 days. Or how It's been longer than that since the expansion's been out. Because it came out Wednesday. All right, so yes, I just love how you can just walk down random little streets and then just walk into the town. It's awesome. There, we're gonna just there we go. Yeah, dude, this is it's awesome. So cool. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the stream, guys. I volunteer as the Kin Cruise Director. I love it. Well, when we have our own ship, we will give you the powers. Dude, that would be cool. They should make you be able... They should give you a kinship house on a ship that, let's say it's stationary, but it's like in the ocean. That would be cool. Like you teleport to it, right? In the game. Obviously, game mechanic wise, you can't really have a big ship going around because, you know, this isn't the MMO Sea of Thieves. Even though, I mean, I'd be so down because we would have, dude, water mounts and giant boat kinship houses? That'd be pretty cool. You've discovered the Golden Gate. Oh, well, I do like gold. There is some gold up there. Oh, look at this. This is just going out into the town. I mean, going out of the city here. This is the West Gate, I believe, into the beautiful new areas, which I think look fantastic because there's a couple similarities here and there, but there's so many new things they've done. Hey, Robert, another super chat. Oh my gosh, Robert, you're going crazy, my friend. I appreciate it, though. Yes. Yes, Ripley is also in the house. Indeed. All right. Yes, yes, if you need a kinship invite, we're on here. So I am gonna go to where the quest starts here. So again, if you're brand new and you're just hopping on the videos later or here live in the stream, the new areas are as follows. All right, so I'm gonna bring up the maps here. If you want to find the new Gondor area, you actually have to go in the Mordor tab because it's not because of location in this one. It's the when the expansion came out. I still think it probably should be in the Gondor tab, but that's not the end of the world. King's Gondor, all right? So they opened up this left side, basically, from the expansion. And obviously this is originally at 90 when you come in here. Dude, this music is like, so hype, so hype. What's up, Jeffer? And then welcome to the stream. And then basically we go over here, and then we also have to Outer Gondor, which is also Anfalas, right? Which is the main area in the story. And I love that there's a road to Andros, even though it's not out yet. So those are our new, like, two big regions in southern and central Gondor, okay? And western and, you know, outer Gondor is what they're calling it, okay? And then we have the more exciting two, which is the Shield Islands, right? Which we will probably be leveling through today a little bit. We'll see. Let's see how far we get in the stream, okay? I don't want to promise anything yet. We're going to be doing voiceovers, so we're going to have fun, take our time, and enjoy the story. Umbar, and then, of course, the Cape of Umbar, right? These are the areas. And I'm assuming, since we have this brand new huge map, we're also going to have some areas in the future of Near Harad, Far Harad, Kron, Harandor, right? Harad, basically, which is this area. And also, the map has been slightly adjusted, the main world map. So there's all this area down here, right? And it's been pushed up slightly Middle-earth, right? So you can kind of jump around to things. Anyway, cool. There you go. Got your little update on all the new areas and maps. Now let's explore them and do questing. So in the previous stream, right, when we started our first look at the game, I mean the expansion, of course, is Umbar. Tide, number 4. So defeat brigands throughout the western side of Peligr. So I need to get back to Peligr, King's Gondor version, which is after the battle of Minas Tirith, Blackgate, Pelennor Fields, all those battles, right? It's after the Return of the King. So we are in the 4th Age. We are in the appendices of the Return of the King right now. And obviously some stuff is taken from those appendices and some stuff is made by Standing Stones, right? Made up storylines by Standing Stones, which is awesome. It's super fun because Standing Stones always does a really good job. So I need to go to a horse master here. Let's see. Actually, I need to go to the boat master. So we're gonna run to the boat. Oh, look at all these white horses. Look at all these pretty horses. I mean, they're not quite as majestic. Oh, wow. Wait a second, you guys. There is a neat thing that I'm noticing with this horse, okay? Does anyone catch what you see with this horse when it comes to breeds of horses? I know you might not be experts with breeds of horses, but I just want to point out the little lore things and real life things that LOTRO puts into this game. This horse, see how its nose looks kind of weird? Like this, there's real horses like this, and this is like an Arabian breed of horse, okay? In real life, if you look up some kinds of those horses, they have funny looking the way their tail goes really high and their nose looks like that. So this is a very different model that they've created for the new area, and also it makes sense that Tolkien has a little bit of like, oh, well, this area, you know, has some similarities to real life, and we know that Harad and that area and Umbar have a little bit of, you know, hints to the Mediterranean, to the Middle East, right? Even the theming of the music. So I think this is kind of appropriate that they also put this type of horse. All right. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say. I don't know the exact name of the breeds of those horses, but just I know like the Arabian breeds of the horses. I just knew from knowledge of horses. Probably my sister. She does a lot of horse stuff. She rides a lot. All right, I've ridden horses too. I just not recently. All right, let's see. It's Shadowfax, or his cousin. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's true. Could be a cousin. It wouldn't be the same one, obviously, because Shadowfax is definitely not from this area of the Middle Earth. But and again, I'm pretty sure Shadowfax is clearly a different breed. Can I jump off this? I can. Woo! Oh, well, I may have jumped off a little too hard into that water and ended badly. You know, Zollin, I gotta jump off cliffs sometimes just for fun. Oh my gosh, it put me back to the same place. My bad. All right, you know what? We're gonna take a map here. We're just gonna map instead of going down to the piers. Dude, the city is so big that I literally got lost trying to get to the pier. That's awesome. I'm gonna be honest, that's awesome. Hey, Robert, no super chat. Thank you. Jeffers in the house. Woohoo! Yes, indeed. And my nobody tosses a dwarf. Yes, exactly. Nobody tosses me. I toss myself off things. Just kidding. All right.
What can I do for you?
Let's go to Gondor, King's Gondor. So I'm gonna type in King's Gondor, and we're going to Pelagar. Let's go to Westgate. Sweet. I like that they actually put Pelagar in the teleports there in the swift travels. Very nice. Now swift travels are usually for just VIP. Sometimes they'll work for certain main cities if you're free to play. But so it might take you a little bit more work. So you might want to think about your milestone skills. All right. Welcome to Pelagar after the battle. Oh, look at this guy. It's Othor.
What a surprise. I'm glad to see you again, now that those dark days are behind us.
All right. Oh, yes. That's Nassar. I'm not sure if he would remember you on the account of his drunkenness when you met him. As how we've wound up here. Except, we're not going to do this quest, because I want to stick to the chapter quest today. All right, there's a reason for that. It's time, okay? Like, because I want to, like, I have lots of time today for this stream, but I want to, you know, be able to see all of everything. All right, let's see here. Let me turn on my quest tracker. All right, we're in the right place for the quest. So I'm supposed to get rid of some brigands on the road so they stop mugging people. Because they're muggers. They're mugging people. Is it inside the city? Do I have to do it inside the city or outside the city? Because it's like, it shows outside the city a little bit, but I don't see any muggers, so I think it's inside the city. So we're back. We're going back to inside the city. Bum, 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 bum. Yes, and I gotta shout out again to Robert and Brian and I think Neek and Andrew, you guys doing the super chats the other day. That really, you gave me, I appreciate that extra little bit of income because I was able to look into getting some lights and order some lights because of that. So improving the quality of the stream and I guess the studio is what I should say in here, so I appreciate that. All right, we're beating up a guy who's level 140. He's trying to mug me, so he started it. Look at this guy. Look at him. He took out a sword. He's like, give me your money. No. I say no. No. What's up, Andrew? Welcome. All right. All right. We're getting rid of these muggers so they stop mugging people when they come through the area here. Oh my gosh, I just destroyed that guy. Just bonk! These guys are not very strong muggers. Hey, why don't we have more people try to mug me all at once? Here, you guys want to try to mug me? I'll give you all a chance. Do your best. Do your worst. Aha! They don't stand a chance. Oh, you're still alive? How did you survive? There, now he's not. Okay. Problem solved. Uh-oh. This person's trying to find the muggers and I just killed them all. I apologize. My bad. There's some more over there. Alright. We continue on. Back to turn this question. So we need to talk to Folathar, which is the son of the one person we're helping out, who's gonna take over, right? What, being the lord of this area.
I do not know if I have the fortitude to follow my father as the Lord of Lebanon, but I will do my duty.
Oh, almost a full 2 sentences there. I do not know if I have the fortitude to follow my father as the Lord of Lebanon, but I will do my duty as best I can, Zollin. I have begun by trying to stamp out the brigands with whom my brother, Lord Velgil, sought to seize the city. But they are many and well hidden. Some may be allies of the heirs of Castamere, and I have heard whispers that the new powers rise in Umbar. I think they might seek to court it if they can. All right, so they're going to try to get friendly with the Umbar powers, is what he's saying. But my father is right. We are to resist foes from Umbar. We must repair and rebuild our ships. He planned to show the king how the work progresses, and you should catch up with them at the dry docks to the southeast. All right, we'll go catch up with them at the dry docks. To the dry docks! All right, back to the other side of the city. Dun, 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 riding the horse. Man, this city looks awesome, though. I love how they've updated the flowers in this new Gondor area, and everything's pretty again. I also really like seeing these cities not dark, because I will say when the original this original West Gondor came out, and then Central, and then, of course, Minas Tirith side of Gondor, I didn't like seeing it all in dark Mordor clouds. That was my big negative in that expansion. I think, I don't remember, that expansion came out obviously before I started the channel, which is amazing to say. Feel like we've been here so long, but we're kind of a young channel still. But look at how wonderful our community is. I love it. I've been enjoying building our community here on the channel and stuff. It's been a blast. So, oh, I'm gonna run into this other player. Yeah, we both stopped. Horses right before they hit each other. All right. We're going down to the docks to find King Elisar, aka Aragorn, the Ranger, who's now the king of all pretty much humans in Middle-earth. Not all humans, but a good amount of them. I mean, in theory, Aragorn is not the king of oh, did I mess up my thing? Yeah, I did. What is it? King Elisar and members of his traveling party observe the repairs. Oh, big ship, cool. Aha, there we go. Queen Arwen, King Elisar, Sergon, Zollin. There, look at how nice we look. We're so cool looking. Gotta take a screenshot with the homies. Just kidding. Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna say a second ago, but that's all right. I'm having too much fun with this voiceover. So let's continue the story.
The work progresses, but it progresses slowly.
and I fear not as quickly as does the situation in Umbar. Alright, so we get a sword here, which is funny enough too high level for us, because we are not level 1 for it yet. But I want the one that gives me vitality and might. Haha, this one. Now, realistically, I'm not going to use this over my legendary weapon, but, yeah, it's always kind of a bummer as a guardian.
But I sadly admit that staring at the ships under construction will not speed up the process.
Gondor must now depend on the skills of her craftsmen and the quality of their work, and her king must look to other matters. If the kindred of the coins, which are the bad guys in Umbar who took over, turns its gaze upon our shores in the next few months, we will need Gondor's fleet, buildings, and quarries repaired. But we will also need to repair the bonds of friendship between Gondor and her neighbors. Let us accept the invitation of the dwarves of Furu Zakir Zollin. We will visit them in the White Mountains and negotiate a fair arrangement between their people and my kingdom. We may need true-hearted allies in the days to come, and Gondor's stonework could use the attention of some of these dwarves. What does my queen say to this proposal? Now, we also know, too, right, that later Minas Tirith gets repaired by, we know, dwarves of the Glittering Caves with Gimli, and Legolas and his elves help do the plants of the city, and they also help heal Ithilien, right? Area. Northern Ithilien, this kind of stuff. And also the, trying to think of, yeah, Ithilien is the area I was trying to think of. We're good. This game's a bit too easy right now. Yes, Jeffrey, yes. I feel a little strong, but don't worry. As we level up, I'm sure I will become a little weaker until I get new stuff. Well, I'm sure we'll be good, though. All right.
My husband speaks the truth. If ties of friendship are neglected, they can slip loose entirely.
It sounds to my ear that the affections between the people of Gondor and the dwarves of the White Mountains is already strained and threatens to become worse. The king should take smaller party than the one with which he left Minas Tirith. You should go with him, Zollin, and Gimli, and I suggest, too, that he bring the company's scribe, Kabar. I think that's how you say his name. Should any records be drawn about the meeting between my husband and the ruler of Furuk Zakar, Kamban will have the tools necessary. The rest of the company will stay for a few days in Pelagar, but we will rejoin your small band at Ost Engelbed and continue onwards together. Alright, talk to Gimli. Alright, I'll go get Gimli. We need some dwarves to deal with dwarf things, right guys? To the dwarves! Oh wait, Gimli's right here. I'm running away from Gimli. Sorry Gimli, I didn't sit you right behind me. I didn't realize.
You will want me along on this mission, of course.
The dwarves of Furuk Khazar are not Longbeards, but they will want to hear what I have to say, even as they spare not a moment for the King of Gondor. You will have their ear as well, Zollin. It is true that you don't see Tamarin in the north very often, but they did answer the call of the Sixth War, and suffered losses as severe as other houses. Their stronghold of Faru Khazar, sorry, I keep saying it wrong, Zahar, is hidden in a cleft of the White Mountains to the north of Pelagar. Then let us be off and see if the hospitality of the Tamarin Mer is to be of noteworthy as their wisdom. So again, this is another clan, right, of dwarves. And this is how I love this edition by LOTRO, and also now Return to Moria has done this correctly too, that these are another clan. They are not the Longbeards. We know what the Longbeards look like. We don't know what any of the other clans look like. So I like that LOTRO is combined in and bringing in the stories of other clans, even if it is their made-up version and their, you know, legend of it, right? And I'm going to start using these terms so you guys know. Let me just make this real clear for all of my regular watchers and people watching this later. Whenever I do lore videos or stuff, I will make it very clear when I'm talking about something canon, It's something directly Tolkien has told us, or Christopher Tolkien, okay? I'll use this term. This is something that I'm going to use, because I've never heard anyone else say it like this, like usually used for Star Wars or Marvel. And then when it comes to things that I think are quality additions to the story, made by like LOTRO or by another video game or by some other person, or an edition or something, I'm going to call them legends, okay? Because basically legend version of something, which is like, it really kind of should probably be in the story, but it wasn't made by the original author, okay? And then I'll have the one that's kind of like the fan fiction one, which would be like stories I make myself or other people made that were fans, right? That maybe don't really quite always fit. I try to make my fan fiction to be at a level of like legends where it would like really make sense. But again, if I was gonna really say, should it be there? I'm like, maybe not, right? But I mean, depends on how well I do my little fan fiction stuff. But anyway, moving on, I just want you guys to know that. So I'll put that out in LOTRO when I ever do voiceovers and stuff from the future from now. And, just so you know the terminology that I'm trying to use there. So if I say something is canon, it's straight from the Lord of the Rings books, the Silmarillion, the Hobbit, Children of Húrin, any of those, right? Letters Tolkien wrote, that kind of stuff. If it's legends, it's probably something that was added in by, the Lord of the Rings Peter Jackson adaptations, or the Lord of the Rings Online, or, even Return to Moria, or Battle for Middle-earth, which all have some good little additions, right? That make sense and are very respectful. And then there's like fan fiction, good and bad. There's like fan fiction that maybe I make or other people make who I've heard some wonderful ones. And then there's bad fan fictions, like maybe a certain TV show. No, but seriously though, there are some good parts of that fan fiction too. Okay, I do like there's some goods and bads there, but we'll go any farther than that with that one. So now you kind of know that terminology for future videos and streams and recordings. All right, let's. Sometimes when I think of something and it's a stream, I just tell you guys. Hopefully you don't mind that and it's enjoyable. All right, let's keep going. All right, let's make sure. How's the stream and sound, by the way? Is it pretty balanced for you guys? I didn't even ask. It looks good. I try to use the same settings every time, so if you ever find something in an area, though, one thing that's a little bit of a challenge sometimes when I'm doing these streams with Lord of the Rings Online is that the music or a sound effect might be a little louder in a certain area rather than another area. So if you're noticing it's extreme, speak up about it, and I'll try to balance it a little bit. But for me and my ears, I can also balance everything live, right? That's why I hear everything directly. My voice and the sounds going through my ears. Like a normal human being. All right, let's go up to travel to the entrance. All right, the entrance. Can I take a fast travel? I believe I can. I sure can. We're going to take a swift travel up there. Here we go. Thank you, guys. All right, sweet. I appreciate it. All three of you are like, stream looks good. Everything sounds good. Sweet. Awesome. Yes, I try really hard to keep that really high quality for you guys. Good stuff. All right, we're here. We are at the dwarven spot. A dwarf of the I'm going to say the Tamir, because I think that sounds right, guards the entrance of Furuz Zakar.
I bid you welcome.
Well, thank you, good sir. All right, here we are. The entrance.
Welcome to Furuz Zakar, stronghold of the Timamir in the White Mountains.
Timanir, okay. Timeh. Oh, he says it like an E. Okay. Timanir. Well, I guess I'd say so. Timanir. In the White Mountains. All are welcome within, of course, but affairs of state are such that the arrival of the King of Gondor demands a little extra preparation. I ask that you wait until I hear word from my brethren inside that you may enter. I do not wish to inconvenience you, but it is also customary to bring a gift when you arrive here. Perhaps some meat from the game that is to be found in the valley. I do not wish to impose a burden upon you, but it will be my great shame if I were to allow you inside without such a gift, and you were thought to be discourteous. I cannot allow that to happen. If it might be prevented. Oh, well, thank you. Thank you so much for your thoughts and wanting of meat. All right.
I do not wish to inconvenience you, but it is also customary to bring a gift when you arrive here.
We are here on a mission of friendship. We will do what custom and tradition demand.
We are here on a mission of friendship, Zollin, and therefore we will do what custom and tradition demands of us. Let us hunt some of the wild game be found in the valley. This may the Tamarin enjoy what bounty we can bring them. I trust the game animals of the Vale are plentiful. Sikel of Furuk Zakar. He looks at him, wink, wink. What a beautiful view these dwarves have though up in the mountains. Look at this fortress. It's so cool. So again, I believe this fortress is a total legend of also I like that word, it just sounds epic. But Legend of LOTRO. I do not remember this ever being mentioned in the book series in canon. But it's very well placed and a good addition, I think, to the story. All right, so wow, there's a whole step. So we gotta hunt some animals in the valley outside of Furu Zakar. All right. When are you gonna stream again, Daniel? Because we just did 2 days ago. But I think right now, I believe we're doing another one. Obviously, I am the guest joining Nerd of the Rings and his group, right? But I believe they're doing another stream probably next Thursday. Of course, I don't want to date this stream if you're watching this later. The stream might already be up. It's a week or two later. But I believe we're doing it Thursday evenings now. It worked a little better for everybody's schedules. Actually worked better for mine too. Oh look, there's some bucks. All right, hillside buck, come here. I need your wonderful game. I mean, delicious meat. All right, hunted one animal. Wow, I hit that animal really hard. I did a lot of damage. All right, there's another one. Hunting some deers. Aw, thanks so much, Robert. Super chat. Daniel's in the house. I like how Robert's like, you announce every person. I feel like Robert is like, has like the horns of Gondor, and like every time an official member of one of our subscribers comes in, he like sounds the horns. Just like when Boromir tells Aragorn, right? When he's like, and then you'll hear it. The horns of the White Tower shall blow, right? I love, dude. Oh gosh, I can't remember what's the actor's name that plays Boromir. He's so famous. I love him. He's such a great actor. I can't think of his name right now. But he does such a good job in that part when he's talking to Aragorn as he's like stabbed with arrows and he's like dying. Like, it's like, oh, it's so heart-wrenching. Aragorn, you know, Viggo Mortensen's such a good actor too. It's so well done. All right, there we go. We're gonna ride our goat back up because I think that's probably more official. Oh yeah, Sean Bean. Yes, yes. What a great name. All right, let me go back up here. I think we have to cross. I don't think there's a way. Can I get up to the other side over here? Wait a sec, can I? I don't think there's a cross through in the fortress. Maybe there is. Well, I'll look. Hope you guys have a water or something nice, or some snacks. Maybe I can slip through inside here. Wow, man, you think they have enough layered gates? Wait a second, can we just take a moment to realize how many gates these people have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why would you need that many gates? I can understand like 2 or 3 for like some backups, but 5? These dwarves are like, nobody is getting in that we don't want getting in. It's a lot of gates. It's quite a fortress, that's for sure. Better safe than sorry. Yeah, exactly, it's true. Oh my gosh, Game of Thrones, R.I.P. I know. Dude, Sean Bean, why does he die in everything? Also, I will say when I was watching the Game of Thrones series, which I fast forward a lot of stuff, if you know what I mean. I'm not really for that kind of the other stuff. But the parts that were good, right, that I enjoyed, I will say it went down very downhill for me quick when Sean Bean's character died. And I know, like, in the books he dies, but I didn't know that because I didn't read the books before I watched the TV show. And honestly, I don't really want to read the books because I don't. It's harder to skip things in the books than fast forward parts or skip things in a movie or TV show. Just saying. If you just run upon something in a sentence, you're like, oh, I don't want to read this. But anyway, moving on. That's not important. Yeah, I was like, when he died in the TV show, I was like, well, there goes one of the only characters with morals in the entire series. Don't know if I want to watch this now. It did kind of lower my liking of the rest of the stuff. So, even though there's still some good stuff and some good characters, obviously. Like, obviously, his son, Jon Snow's pretty good. He's got... Again, that show is so, like, everyone, like... There's always grays, right? When we're talking about, like, good or bad, good or evil. But, like, in every story, and that makes for good storytelling sometimes. But, like, Game of Thrones for me is one of those stories where it's, like, everything is gray. Like, and, like, even in, like... It's even more so than, like, real life, right? Like, because real life, that is the case. There's not really so... It's not so straightforward, you know, good and evil. It's kind of hard to know things. But in Game of Thrones, it's like more so than real life, right? Like nothing is ever set in stone. It's like, I don't know. It just, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that's why I like Lord of the Rings. And I think why a lot of people like Lord of the Rings, they don't even realize is that Tolkien does have some rules kind of laid down the story where this is evil and this is good, right? Orcs are bad, right? Now, granted, do I like World of Warcraft orcs or D&D orcs that could be maybe good guys? Yeah, totally. I think they're awesome. But that's a different story, right? That's a different story. I have a whole lore video on that, by the way, with orcs. If you want to check it out sometime.
Yes, this gift will do nicely.
It is
However,
good. It is good you have done as my people expect, and our ruler, Hamarison, will be pleased to learn that the King of Gondor does not think himself above such customs as we hold in Farouk Khazar. Selkin permits himself a small smile, and then shakes his head, regretfully. However, it seems to me to tell you that we are not yet ready to allow the King of Gondor inside. You will have to wait a little longer.
30 seconds? 30 seconds in a video game? I can't wait 30 seconds now. It's got a countdown timer right there in the corner. You see it? In the words of Dandolf, I think it's Gandalf, you shall not pass. I mean, I know. Is that a joke? Is Dandolf a joke, or is that just a finger slip on the keyboard there? Uh-oh. Gimli's getting impatient. Gimli's in the same boat as Zollin Ironshield.
This is intolerable! How long do they intend to make us wait?
We did not come here to be made to stand on the doorstep like common peddlers. Should any Tamarin come to Thorin's Hall, would they be kept outside for the merest whim? I think they would not. Alasar gives Gimli a meaningful look, and the dwarf glowers at him. Alasar's like, stop, Gimli. Gimli's like, I am sorry, my friend, but this endless waiting is intended as an insult. You cannot see it. Did they not invite the King of Gondor to visit them? Or did they do so in the light order to slight you in this fashion? No, Longbeard would stand for it, and I should think the King of Gondor would have more demands upon his time than would allow him to waste such time as this. I mean, Gimli's probably right. The Longbeards probably wouldn't do this, but, you know, they're a different clan. All right, wait another 15 seconds, it says. Dun, 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 dun. I fat finger typing. Okay, that makes sense. I was like, Dandolf? What? Who's that? Sounds like a funny, like comedic name version. Another dwarf emerges from the stronghold and speaks quietly. Okay. To him. All right. And also, guys, thank you so much for liking the stream. Welcome to the stream who just came in. We are doing voiceovers and going through the chapter story of the new areas to get to the Shield Islands and the new Outer Gondor. Stuff like that. Allow me to convey Hamasan's deepest apologies for the wait. He is, of course, delighted to meet with the King of Gondor and his companions, and regrets only that the meeting has not happened before now. You may enter. Hamasar awaits you within. Alright, so I'm just going to walk in. Obviously, the NPCs will already be there. Thank goodness they don't make you wait for them to do like a slow walk all the way into the fortress. I'm going to ride my horse in. Wow, look at this fortress, you guys. And by the way, from what I remember, you could come up here to this fortress before, because I've definitely explored it in a previous video or stream. Oh, whoa, the lighting changed. That was kind of cool. Because we're in a cave. We're in a mountain now. But it did not look... you could not come inside. This is awesome. Oh, what's this? This is a door. Guest chambers. I'm assuming this is for later. So we'll check that out later. Let's go find the king. The Lord of the Temar. So there's a different clan of dwarves. If you just joined us in the stream, this is not the Longbeards. Oh, look, they have a bunch of quests.
Do you need something?
We're gonna have to do some of these quests, guys. Because we have to level up.
There is a cheer in the air, and I do not like it.
All right, well, let's go ahead and talk to the king first. The throne. Oh, wow. Look at how awesome this looks. Whoa. What? How does this happen? How does LOTRO always make me come into a throne room, a new throne room that's been added, and I'm always like, whoa, whoa. That's a cool idea. Like, they have fires and they have trees with the crystals, and that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool indeed. All right. Oh, interesting. Something's happening there. It's being so glitchy there. All right, there it is. Hamarsa nods his head to Elisar in greeting. All right. This is why Aragorn brought 2 dwarves with him, because we're...
Welcome, King Elisar, to the stronghold of Uruk-Zahar.
How shameful that our folk have remained neighbors for so long without coming to visit us here. I mourn that it took the fighting of a war to bring us together, but at least something did so. Hamersarn turns his attention to you. I gave my greeting to the king, but of course, his companions are all welcome here as well. He and I have matters to discuss concerning the ongoing relationships between our peoples, and now the Tamarner, I forget how they pronounced it, can best aid in the rebuilding of his kingdom. I would not think to bore you with such matters. I hope you will explore the beautiful corridors of Uruk-Zakar and meet with my folk. Alright, so that was a kind way of kicking me out, is what he just did. But, sure. We'll go explore the corridors and let them have their discussion. Hey, what's up, Kingdoms? And Elvin. Welcome to the stream, guys. I know, Elvin, you're at work. Elvin's like, shh, I'm listening. I'm glad you guys are here. Alright, alright, Yaren. Let's talk to this random, nice-looking dwarf man.
Do you need something?
You there! You look like you might be the sort who hungers for adventure. You must always be climbing about the wilderness, sclaffling cliffs. Excuse me, I totally shredded that word. And leaping from dangerous embankments. Yes, yes. You tell the dwarf that you have been known to do some of these things from time to time, and also occasionally jump off cliffs. But you're still alive. Ah, I need your help. You see, we arranged in a little
friendly competition to see which team of dwarves can stack their pile of crates the highest. We call it the stacking game, and it is something we come to play in the weeks following the outbreak of the war in Gondor, when Hamasir ordered shut the gates of Farouk Zakar. So they were so bored, they started stacking up crates as a game. Got it. Got it. My team only has 2 members on it, and we are losing. Just as we lost the game before, and the game before that. But since the other team has 3, you are free to join us. This is a pivotal crate, my friend. Pivotal crate. I need it placed atop the northmost stack, and if you can manage it, then we win. Otherwise, the height of the stacks remain unchanged and we lose, as usual. Dude, I love this already. This is so funny. Okay, all right, let's do it. Let's pick up the crate. We'll do our best. Where we have to stack it? Up there? All right. Oh, I'm an expert at jumping on things. Wait, this is awesome. What? We get to, like, jump up there? I love it. Wait, there's got to be a way to jump up on it, right? Here. Wait, can I not jump up on this? Oh, I can. It just takes a little bit of jumping work here. Maybe I go from here, and then can I jump to it now? Whoa! It's being a little glitchy. I think I'm supposed to, yeah, that's what I'm supposed to jump on. Okay. It's a little challenging. Maybe I'm not in the right spot here. Maybe I'm supposed to jump from the staircase. Maybe that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, that would make a little more sense, wouldn't it? There we go. Okay, and I did it. Cheers and a few groans erupt from below you as you win the stacking game. Yeah! Oh, he did it, dang it. All right,
Do you need something?
very nicely done, my friend. You tell me your name? Zollin. Oh, I see. It is good to meet you, Zollin. I know this is just a silly game, and we should not let it affect us so much as it does. But there was little else for us to do once Hamarin shut the gates. Now, the visitors are coming once again to Farouk Khazar. Perhaps will be less need for us to play the stacking game. Thank you again for your help helping us to win, my new friend. Winning is not everything, of course, but it happens to me so rarely that I must cherish it when it does. All right, sweet. Well, that was a fun little short quest there. I like that a lot. Also, they want me to explore the place, but I kind of want to see a few more of these things. He invites you and then kicks you out. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much what happened there. You just invite, yep. All right. Bazab.
What is it?
What is it? I am not in the mood for talking right now, stranger. The dwarf sighs heavily and then looks at you more closely. Forgive my rudeness. I am just having a bad day. You see, I was being rather, cavalier with my, favorite helmet, tossing it from one hand to the other. But I was careless and accidentally knocked it over the railing. I heard a splash from below, and it was likely carried out of the fortress by the current. It was my favorite helmet, and now it's gone. I suppose it might have been caught up against one of the stones of the water channel here in Farouk Khazar, but that seems unlikely to me. If you can find it and bring it back to me, I would be very pleased, stranger. But I am not expecting you to be able to do this. It is probably gone. Poor guy. It's alright, we're amazing. We'll find it. Alright. Who's this person? Curiously, you feel a strange sensation of dread as you approach the door. There's Gimli. Zimmerk.
I ask that you wander elsewhere, stranger. There's nothing for you here.
Locked chamber. Gimli's like, I don't like this. This looks like fun questing. It is really good questing so far. I am very pleased with these quests. I like quests that are like, have some deep story and aren't just like, I need a lot of help.
you know, picking my weeds out of my garden. Like, those are fine in the Shire sometimes, but they get a little old. So, whoa, dude, that is quite a dwarf. The armorer bustles with activity and sounds of dwarves working at the forges and shooting arrows.
There is a chill in the air, and I do not like it.
We each responded differently to Hamasar's command that the gate of Farouk Sahar be shut when Gondor went to war. Some, such as myself, continued to work our work without interruption, knowing that one day the storm clouds would pass and we would be needed again. Others, including some of the dwarves who work for me, turned to games to pass the time. Have you heard of this ridiculous stacking game they invented? Ah, I understand it, even as if I think it is needlessly frivolous in such times as we live in. I allow them to pass the time as they see fit, so long as they quickly respond when I have a task for them. And this is the case today. Will you find Yared somewhere here in Faruka Zakhar and tell him that an order has come in the formation additional rock sharp scrappers, He can give them to you and you can bring them back to me for a reward, of course. He'll give me some silver and marks of renewal. I don't know. I think 47 silver is a little low. I think he should be giving me like a gold piece. I am an ambassador of Gondor. Why is this guy so happy?
Have you a moment?
Have you a moment? You are a visitor of the... Do I have to say this stupid place's name every time? I mean, it's a cool name, but I'm getting tired of saying it. Farouk Zahar, are you not? You could have come a little earlier than this, of course, for it was a command of Hamisar. We shut the gates and not allow outsiders within the fortress while Gondor was at war. It was a wise decision, to be sure, but it has left me with something of a problem. You see, when Hamasir decreed that no Tamarmir, this is their clan, by the way, that LOTRO has done for the legends of this clan, they're the Tamamir, I forget how you say it, was to depart from the fortress. Many of my folk left their weapons lying about. There was no need for them, you understand. But now they are scattered all over Farouk Khazar, and those job to retrieve them. Sergei looks at you with a twinkle in his eye. Why, yes, my new friend. You guessed it on the first try. You will be rewarded for this work, of course. Oh, great. Sure, we'll do it. Who's this dude? This guy looks awesome. What?
It is good to see you again.
Zollin, I did not expect the King of Gondor to accept the invitation to visit Farouk Khazar so swiftly. It reflects well upon him for respecting the will of Hamarisa, which is their leader, and upon you for bringing word to him with such haste. I hope you enjoy your stay here. The King Elisar and the ruler of Hamar are able to arrive at a fair and equitable arrangement that will enrich both of their folk. Yes, that is the goal, isn't it? Frivolia, nonsensical or dumb. You looked it up? Thank you, Elvin. Oh, that's funny. I'm gonna turn off my AC now. Surprisingly, I'm actually getting cold. That hasn't happened in a long time. Alright. Let's see. Next thing, is there anything else in here we need to look at? Wow, look at all this armor and weaponry. This is cool. Look at all of it. It's kind of just lying about. It's not quite as organized as Durin's folk. I like how Gimli's in here too. So Gimli also got kicked out. So it's basically just the kings talking. All right, I guess these are the swords lying about, forgotten weapon. We'll pick them up real quick, and then we gotta help find that guy's helmet too.
What's this guy?
How might I be of service?
My friend Zollin, I'm glad you have returned. You are always welcome here, but what brings you hither? Shaggy asks for rock, scrappers. Oh, I see, sorry. Shaggy asks for rock scrappers. Oh yes, they are around here somewhere. They will be in one of these crates. If you don't mind helping me search for them. Of course not. We'd be happy to look through crates. I spoke too soon. Just kidding. We don't mind doing a little bit of hard work. All right, you found them.
How might I be of service?
Oh, they're not in there. I could have sworn they were in one of those crates, Zollin. Yarnan toys with the end of his beard as a realization dawns. Uh-oh.
Hail!
I think the rock scrappers were stored in the, pivotal crate we used in the stacking game, Zollin. But none of the rest of us can get up there to retrieve them. You are the only one who can retrieve them for us. We are all counting on you again. Oh my gosh. Well, this time, we shall use the powers of Clydesdale. Hurrah! Huh! I did it. Horsepower. 1 horsepower. All right, let's open this up. All right, you retrieve the rock scrappers from the crate, and once again hear cheers from below.
Hail!
You did it! Thank you for retrieving the rock scrappers for us. What's a rock scrapper? I want to look that up. Anyone know what those look like? Can I ask another favor? When you bring these tools to Shige, probably for like doing stone, I would say, will you please not tell him that the stacking game made finding the rock scrappers more difficult? He does not approve of it, and while I usually lose the game, I would still miss it if he forbade us from playing it. I've been looking up right now. What is a rock scrapper? Oh, okay. Interesting. So it's something that like gets rocks out of the ground. Interesting. It's like this tool right here. I guess, unless Google is not telling me the truth. I don't know. That's all I know. All right, yes, we will not tell him about the game. Yarden claps you, claps your arm tightly and thanks you again. We're making good friends with the other dwarves. This is good. All right, we're back.
What is it?
These are the rock scrappers I requested. I thank you for them. Now tell me, did Yarnan cooperate? Did he know where these could be found and was able to retrieve them quickly and easily? Ah, never mind. I know Yaron and the others dwarves who work for me think I disapprove of their games, but I would not make them stop playing them. I know how important such things are for the soothe running of the fortress. What matters is when work comes in, it is accomplished without hesitation or delay. And here it has been. But do not tell Yaren that what I have said to you. Let him and the others think they are getting away with something. If fears that I might take away their stacking game keeps them sharp. Who am I to dull them by letting slip that it is fine? If that must be the relationship between workers and supervisors, so be it. Shining hums a brief tune and then laughs. If I were not their supervisor, however, and was invited to play, I tell you I would stack my crates the highest. I was very skilled at such things when I was young. Oh, the classic. The classic. All right. Thank you for liking the stream, by the way, guys. I appreciate it. We're getting through the story here. I need to pick up a few more things, and I need to explore 2 more spots. So let's explore the other spots here. All right, let's let me get these weapons here. Oh gosh, it's hard to click on them sometimes. All right, let me go. Is this the guest room? Can I go in here? All right. The guest rooms. Cool. I love it that they've been updating the fact that you can just open doors a lot of times and just go in. I can just open all the doors. Cool. All right. And this one guy's probably like, what's up? Oh, wow. Look at this fancy bed. Do you think this is a cosmetic bed you can get here for your house? Because I need this bed. Look at this bed. It's like adorned with gems and stones. That's so cool. I want it. Hello. He just logged out or teleported. Where's my boy Frodo at? Frodo is probably chilling at Minas Tirith, or he's already been traveling back with Gandalf and everyone to the Shire. This is probably a few months later, so I'm assuming they've all traveled there. So I'm assuming Frodo's back in the Shire. I don't know if we'll even really talk to Frodo at this point in the story ever, unless somehow they bring something in. Of course, we can still go find Frodo in the game, obviously, but and when it comes to the lore and storyline here, it's a good question. These dwarves left their weapons all over the place. A bunch of messy dwarves. All right. Let's see, where are the other part of the quest here? I might try to go find that guy's helmet. He dropped it in the river. Oh, here's another quest. Who's this guy? Jenny. What's up, sir?
What is it?
Welcome to Furukazar. The fortress has not had many visitors of late due to the war in Gondor, but I am pleased to see that Hamarsar has ordered the gates once again open. I read that backwards. A number of noteworthy visitors have come to the fortress since then, my friends, from near lands and distant. This is a city of the Temamir, wisest of the dwarves. Excuse me? And we have made this home for ourselves far from our ancestral lands. Excuse me, what do you mean wisest of the dwarves? It was not always home to the Temari. Are you familiar with the Battle of Azabum Dizar? Yes, the last great conflict from the war of the dwarves and orcs. 200 years ago it was. But it was so monumentous a battle that it is still spoken of by all the clans of the dwarves, including my people. My own father, Mulugu, fought in it and achieved glory when he was young. I am fortunate he survived the fighting, or I would not be here today. Do you have an interest in history? You should hear my father's account of the battle from one who fought in it. Seek him by the throne of Furuk-Khazar. He as often goes there to advise Hamar about matters of importance to our folk. Oh, cool. That's actually pretty awesome. I want to hear stories about the Battle of Bazumbanazar. I said it. Cut it up there a little bit. That's okay. What's in here? The kitchens? I love food. Hey, thanks Robert for the super chats. I appreciate it. Robert's like, Epic Kingdoms is in the house. We got James in the house. We got Elvin in the house. Robert, Robert, you just saw the dead. Yeah, that was a mistake. It's funny. Okay, here's Gulho.
What has brought you to Faruk-Zahar? I hope you do not think to involve us in your wars.
I think I got his voice. The Tamari, or the Furuk-Khazar, have always welcomed visitors from other dwarf families, but Hamarsar shut the gates for a reason. Excuse me. He did not intend to invite Gondor's war to our doorstep. Okay. Gimli's here checking out the kitchen. Gimli, you're looking for food. Don't you tell me otherwise. I know you're looking for food.
Hail!
Hail! Gosh, the voice is so low and raspy. Hail! You are a fresh visitor to Furuk-Khazar. No, do not seek to deny it. Does this mean you have never sampled any of the renowned cooking? You have not lived until you have tasted such delicious delicacies as I and my kitchen provide for the residents of the fortress. You simply must, my new friend, and when you have eaten your fill, and you will come back to me and tell me how you cannot believe you have ever praised any other food in your life. They will seem like a swill to you after this day. There is a... Did that dwarf just burp in our ear? There is a custom among my people, however. You must serve a meal before you taste your own. Here, I will give you some plates of food to bring to the hall outside. Set them upon the counters so that others may help themselves. And then you can and I can have our own meal. I will wait your satisfied review. Oh, all right. Sure. I mean, I'll take some. I take a meal. Just have to carry some plates out. Salted pork and malt beer, fresh off the, fresh off the boar. Okay, where am I supposed to put this? Oh, there. All right, here you go. Served plate of food. Oh wow, my character like just lit up. Did you see that? Got so bright all of a sudden. Let's see, where does the other food go? Looking for a spot to put down the other food. There's one. And I kind of wish there was a zoomed in map for the area for quests. It's a little weird that there's not actually. But it's alright, it's a minor thing. But I think they should probably update a map for this area. There we go, there's the last one. Alright, back in we go. And also, I have an XP scroll here. I might use it here when I turn in the quest. Talk to Gamora. Find his father. Okay, here we go. Who am I supposed to talk to? Let's talk to someone out here. Oh, there, that person right there. There he is.
The Temamir welcome you.
This is the last plate of food? Then it is yours, by all rights, my friend. Eat up. Oh, delicious. Look at this. I have an arrow between my fingers, and I'm eating a piece of bread. That is how a dwarf eats, prepared for battle at all times. Grimace smiles broadly. It was good, then, he asks.
Hail!
Hail! Oh, this guy's got like a high voice, dude. What the heck? I love it.
How might I be of service?
How might I be of service? He's like, you know, it makes you makes you think a little bit of that one VeggieTales character. Hello, my mother and father. It says that. He has that accent. I love that. What is that? What? There's what country is that? I'm trying to think what country that is, but I befriend it.
The Temamir welcome you.
The Temamir welcome you. I assume Zador asked you to return to him with your accomplishments. Can I ask you for some advice? You nod your head, resisting the urge to pet your belly. That meal was really something. Zador does not take criticism well, and if you did not enjoy the meal, telling him so is going to interfere with the running of the fortress for at least a week, as the dwarves who work in the kitchens try to cheer him up. It has happened before, and it is not a pleasant thing. I am not asking you to lie, no. It is simple. If you enjoyed the meal, feel free to return to Zador with your positive words. But if you did not, can I ask you to share your sentiments with Alem instead? He is usually outside the fortress looking out over the valley. He taught Zador the cooking professions, and therefore, if he conveys your displeasure, it will not be received as poorly. That is not too much trouble, is it, friend? The stomachs of Tamarin of Farukakar, thank you for your discretion. I get it. I get it.
Poor guy. Put a little too much salt on there, and he's like depressed all week because someone said it was too salty. And everyone's like, no, cheer up, cheer up. So I guess I can choose who I talk to. I'm gonna go ahead and just talk to him. Tell him the meal was great.
Do you need something?
You liked it? Oh, I knew you would. Folk are always coming in here to tell me how much they enjoyed the meals I prepared for them. I suppose Alman knew what he was doing when he taught me the finer points of cooking. Sometimes I think I cannot possibly live up to the example, so it is nice to hear such kind words of yours. Thank you for them. Zadok has a spring in his step. It seems the kitchen of Furuku Zahar will continue to bubble along for another week. Bubble. That's a funny way of putting it. All right, wow, 886,000 experience. That's a lot of experience. Also, why will the door not let me out? No! Oh, there it goes. Yeah, Indian. Yeah, you're right. That's what it is. Yeah, you're right. Indian accent. All right, why is the door too busy? Oh, there it goes. I'm like, what's happening here? Let me out. Okay. All right, we're doing my horse did a little T-pose there for a second, but that's okay. He likes to do that. It's kind of his thing. Let's see. I need to go and find that helmet, right? And we got to collect a few more weapons that I didn't collect, that were forgotten weapons. So there's one. So there should be 2 more. What are these last 2 weapons? I have floating names on, so I'll see them. I don't see floating weapons over here. Let's go ahead and check inside the river here for his helmet to see if it showed up. Let's see. Weapon unused. Oh, there's one out there. Okay. The wise... Find his lost helmet. Home. That's what it's called. Okay, so it seems like it's down there. All right, so let's go ahead and go a little farther. I'm so happy that they put this, like, staircase to get out, because I'm sure people have jumped over that edge into the water and been like, uh-oh. How am I gonna get out now? Oh, that's true. Yeah. I don't watch The Simpsons very much, but I've seen some of the memes. Alright. Obviously, it's a comedy. Let's see here. So I need to find the helmet. So it says it's somewhere there. Okay, it says the unused weapon is in there. It's kind of hard when you can't zoom in on this area to find where the locations are, but I can see them just barely. So a weapon's right around here, it says. Here? What? Where's this weapon? Wait a second. So there's a weapon like right around here. Oh, home. Oh no, that's where the helmet is. Oh, I bet the helmet's right over here. Let's see. Maybe I was right next to it when I walked down here. Something's right here. Is that the helmet? Oh, you have found Bezab's lost helmet in the middle of a cave clock. There we go. All right. Wow, that helmet looks like a medieval helmet. Look at that thing. It just looks like, it looks so much like a medieval helmet, like from our time. It's kind of cool. Interesting helmet design indeed. Dandolf probably. Yes, Dandolf probably has the helmet indeed. Yes, that's probably what's happening. Good point there, guys. Good job. It's gonna be our new joke that Ripple made. All right, so we got that. We got the helmet. Let's turn the helmet in here. Hey, my friend, we found your helmet.
There is a chill in the air.
What's
I
that?
do not like it.
I don't. My helmet has been taken by a cave claw, and she laid an egg inside it. That is beautiful, my friend. She is welcome to retain possession of my favorite helmet until the egg hatches. Of course she is. We have to protect the nest at any cost.
Have you a moment?
Have you a moment? Will you go to the kitchens of Farukasar and ask Zadok for some wood I can use to make a sign? I will write, "Keep out," or "Quiet, please," or something similar on it. And that would keep my fellow dwarves from disturbing the nest long enough for the egg to hatch. Cave claws are something of a familiar pest in these mountains, and we do not post a warning sign. I am afraid the gods might answer these creatures with violence. But she chose my favorite helmet as a place where to raise her young, and that makes me responsible for the safety. It's an interesting way to look at it, my friend. Alright. Why not? A little funny, I will say, but I don't mind taking care of some animals. Alright, so we can talk to King Elisar, so let's do that part real quick. The main chapter here. King Elisar.
Amisar and I have come to an arrangement. During the discussion, something revealed itself to me.
Arrangement for continued relationships of his people and mine, Zollin. During this discussion, something revealed itself to me. Elisar holds your gaze with a stern eye. Hamisar spoke to me of a group of rising in Umbar across the Bay of Belfalas. He says they call themselves the Kindred of something. What was it? He's purposely having him tell us more details. Alright, Hamas smiles at King Elisar indulgingly.
They are called the Kindred of the Coins, Elisar, but feel no shame at forgetting it.
The name is fresh in my mind, and a member of the company visited Faruk Hazar some weeks ago with a proposal for me. Uh-oh. Remember, they flipped around. The heavy armor is now on the top, and the light is on the bottom, so keep that in mind. They did that recently.
This messenger was named Koltek, and he belongs to the Kindred of the Coins.
The messenger was named Kortek, and he claimed that the Kindred of the Coin, that overthrow the servants of Sauron who ruled in Umbar. Now they name it a free city, and seek allies to defend themselves from those who preferred the old order of things. And from Gondor, it must be said. It was a proposal of peace and friendship that the Kultuk brought to me. I do not wish to become involved in affairs of Umbar, so while I did not immediately refuse, nor did I give him the enthusiastic agreement he desired, I sent him on his way. But if he was disappointed, he did not show it. When he departed, that was a fortnight ago, and he is likely back in Umbar by now. But we have spoken now for such a time that my throat is parched and my eyes weary. Accept a guest room and remain here for the night. There is no need for you to depart as speedily as did Kulketelk. After all, room will be prepared for you on the eastern side of the fortress, King Elisar, and I trust your companions will take their rest in comfort. What say you to this? I like how Elisar is probably like, man, I've slept in dirt spots on the ground as a ranger for like 75 years. I'll be fine. A bed is good, thank you.
We will accept your gracious offer of hospitality, Homisar.
Homisar? Like an E? Did he just say Homisar? Man, is that what's happening?
We will accept your gracious offer of hospitality, Homisar.
Homisar. He did. He said Homisar. And I think for your dealings with the emissary of the Kindred of the Coin, as you say. I thank you. Sorry. Gondor does not wish for war, and if Umbar does not offer violence, we have no need to respond with such. Come, my friends. We will retire to our guest rooms and leave Homisar, okay, now that we know how to say it, Homisar, to think upon the matters we discussed. No doubt he values the friendship of Gondor and understands the importance of such a relationship for Farouk Zakhar and for his people. All right, we've done it. We're all going to the guest rooms. Gotta make sure I don't actually get the light armor. Yeah, exactly. That would be a bummer. Just gotta warn you guys, that little update they did there. I don't know if it's like if it puts the best one for me or what it is. Let's see, how is this one? That is much better than mine. So we're gonna put it on. And we already placed this one. So the stats on these are already bumped up like 20%, and the armor's bumped up way a ton. So even with the stat crunch, our health is already starting to go up. Also, I'm noticing this weird little, I'm gonna change my landscape token here. Is that just that one? The Tidebreaker one has like water on it or something. I'm not sure what's up with that. But I think it looks kind of weird. I'll do the Riverfolk one, that's a neat, we'll do that one for a while. Yeah, maybe that's all they're doing. They're just trying to kind of like make it like uniformal with other MMOs. That makes sense. Yeah, it has a little bubble thing. I think it's supposed to be like you're underwater kind of thing, but it's kind of like weirdly blurred. I think it needs a little update on the Tidebreaker thing. All right, so let's go tell him that we collected the swords.
Have you a moment?
Thank you for bringing these weapons. You know, not all of the Temermir.
Now that I know that was like an E, so it's Temermir, probably. Temermir agreed with Hamersi. Oh gosh, I'm already forgetting how to say it again. I do this every time. I get so focused in like doing other things, I start forgetting the name. Hamersir. That's not how you say it. Hamir Sar's decision to shut the gate of Farouk. I'll remember in a second. During the war, some of us believed that it was wrong to leave Gondor to stand alone, but it was Hamir Sar's decision to make, and he made it. That is how things have been done for hundreds of years, and our kings is far away. Hamasir has the authority in these mountains and in this fortress. Yep, all right, true. Did that give me experience? It did. 886,000. Should probably be using my XP booster, and I'd be getting like way more to turn these in. We'll be going for another hour. I might as well do the XP booster next time I have a quest to turn in here. Find the guest room, so let's do that. Find the father of throne room. Oh, we never talked to the father. I want to hear the story. All right, I will try to remember to trigger my little XP thing here, too. Oh, is this him? All right, Mugulu's sleeping peacefully on one of the benches. You decide not to wake him. Oh, look at him. He's enjoying himself sleeping. His eyes open. He's sleeping with his eyes open, guys. What's happening? Just start calling him Bob. Yep. It's the Lord of the Dwarves here. His name is Bob. Bob the Builder, because he builds things with his people. Everyone's like, oh. All right. Hamasir has provided. Gosh, it's driving me crazy, that word. Has provided comfortable rooms for Elisar and his companions.
That Hamisar is lying.
Hamisar. Hamisar. Okay, he said Hamisar. That makes more sense to me. Why did the other voice actors say it a little differently? That's okay. That Hamisar is lying to us. I don't know about what or why he seeks to deceive us, but I can see it as plainly as you can see the beard on my handsome face. If you do say so yourself, Gimli. I know there's something afoot when he made us wait so long on the doorstep. It was not mere discourteous. It was villainary.
of some kind. We have yet to discover what type of villainy, perhaps, but he's really using this word a lot. Villainy nonetheless. Do you think it has something to do with the unpleasant sensation of dread we felt by the door south of the throne room, Zollin? What if Hamisar keeping in that chamber? It's true, he was there.
Do you really think Hamisar is lying to the king?
Do you
Why
really
would he
think
risk such a dangerous deception?
Hamisar is lying to the king? Why would he risk such a dangerous deception? You don't think he's in league with the Kindred of the Coin, do you? I am just a scribe, Zollin, not especially accomplished at that. I am not an adventurer or a hero like you. I left my home in Ethring a few months ago before the outbreak of the war. Even since I came to Minas Tirith and the service of the city, I have become embroiled in great events I find myself unable to comprehend. It is all very overwhelming to me. What is Hamisar keeping from the king? That's an interesting... I like how they have different new voice actors. Hey, it just works.
I do not like
I see what you did, Albin.
Hamisar is hiding something.
I do not like this, Zollin. Hamisar is hiding something. I think he would prefer not to speak to us of the Kindred of the Coin. And had we left him the choice, he would have spoken of them at all. Not spoken of them at all. I believe this Kultek came to Faru Zakhar, but I am less certain the meeting was as Hamisar presented it. We should remain on our guard while we are here. Something about the situation does not feel right. Uh-oh, I hope that this dwarf clan isn't going to betray us. That would be so sad. I guess we'll find out. Alright, so let's investigate the suspicious door south of the throne room. Ah, we're getting somewhere, guys. Alright, let me talk to this one guy about his dad real quick here. Tell him his dad was sleeping peacefully and we didn't want to bother him.
What is it?
What is it? My father was sleeping, yes. I should have realized. He is old, and while I treasure his wisdom and the tales he tells, he does spend much of his day sleeping by the throne. Of all of the places in Farouk Zakar, that is his favorite chamber. He told me once it reminds him of the court of King Jakgin, the Enduring, ruler of the Tamarin dwarves. But I promise you would learn of the Battle of Azum Bazaar more than 200 years ago. All the dwarf clans answered the summons of King Thrain of the Longbeards and assembled on the very threshold of Khazad-dûm to answer the violence of the orcs with vengeance of our own. My father, Mugugul, Lugu, I think that's how you're supposed to say it, very young in those days, served King Jijin, I think it would be Jijin, Jijin, and fought bravely among the ranks of her Tamarmir in skirmish after skirmish. Many of those who followed her have now passed on, but my father, Mugulgul, still lives, and does the king herself. What? I'm confused right now on this wording. What are they talking about? As does the king herself? Okay, so Jagin remains king of the Tamarin in our lands far to the southeast. Okay, so their ruler is a girl dwarf, a female, and maybe they hold the title of king whether they're female or male in their clan. That's what I'm assuming here. Because usually king is only a male holding, so I would assume they would have said queen, right? But maybe like in their lore here they're saying, because I know that is the case in some cultures, where like if you were the ruler, you were king. It doesn't matter if you're male or female. So maybe that's what's going on here. That's why I got a little confused for a second on that wording. My brain has caught up. All right, we're good. D is silent. Yes. Oh, maybe. Yeah. Every clan of the dwarves suffered terribly during the war, and at Azanub Bizarre. The king, Jagin, was, that makes more sense that it would be Jagin then, because it's a female name. I feel like that makes more sense. King Jagin was not alone in demanding some God dang it. I'm having trouble. Gosh dang it. Recompense. And I said gosh. I didn't mean to sound like something else. Recompense for losing her people had suffered for their service during the War of Dwarves and Orcs. The Longbeards granted to the Tamarin some of the mountain strongholds they could no longer maintain, including this fortress. And so, Farouk Sakar... Oh, this makes so much sense! So this used to be a Longbeard fortress in the White Mountains. Even though it's made up for legends for the story, they gifted it to them to take care of. That makes so much sense. That's really good. I like that for storytelling. Sorry, moving on. And so, the Farouk Zakar became a home for the Tamarin. We have gotten along with the neighboring kingdom of Gondor for many years, and I hope that will continue for many years to come. The Tamarimir, I keep trying to redo that name. I'm just gonna keep saying the Tamarmir, okay? Have always been the wise voyagers of the dwarves, walking long roads and sailing the vast seas in search of opportunity. That would make sense that maybe some other dwarves are sailing types. I like that. Quite unlike those of our dwarf families. Like them, however, we are also loyal to our friends and deadly to our enemies. It has been a pleasure to speak with you about my people, and perhaps someday I will introduce you properly to my father. Until then, farewell, my fellow student of history. I mean, that was kind of awesome. I like that. That was a cool story. Hello, welcome to the stream, Brian. How's it going? How is your day going? We just heard a really cool story. I'll give you a recap. Basically, the legend, and also I'll say this again, I said this about an hour ago on the stream, but whenever I'm talking about things with lore in Lord of the Rings, no matter what it is, if I say something kind of like how Marvel and Star Wars do it, if I say something's canon, it's from the book, it's from Tolkien or Christopher Tolkien, you know, out of one of the official books, right, or letters Tolkien wrote. If I say it's legend, it's something added by like Peter Jackson's adaptations, LOTRO, you know, any of the good games, right? Battle for Middle-earth, whatever, that kind of stuff. And then there'll be things that are like fan fictions, right? Whether they be good or bad, I'll mention that, right? Or something that I make, you know, that kind of stuff. But basically, from a Legends perspective, this fortress is kind of made up, right? As a legend for the Lord of the Rings Online. It makes a lot of sense. It's in the Southern Mountains here in Gondor, right? Near Minas Tirith. And basically, in the Battle of Bazu Bazaar, right? The big battle in history with the clans of dwarves, the Longbeards gifted this fortress to this dwarven clan from the far south. So this isn't their, and they're kind of allies to Gondor, we think, at this point in the story. That's what we're doing right now in the story, so you're caught up. But it's just kind of cool. It was cool history. Oh, no, I know you know what canon is. I wasn't saying that. I'm just saying, like, for everyone in the future, I'm going to be using those terminologies more. Canon versus legend versus fan fiction. So, like, again, a lot of the Rings of Power series I would consider fan fiction, whether it be good or bad, okay? But like LOTRO, a lot of the stuff they add, I'd consider legend. Not all of it, but 95% of it, maybe more. It's really well done. Also, like, Return to Moria has done a very good job with a lot of their Legend Edition stuff so far. And Battle for Middle-earth is amazing. And also, like, Shadows of Mordor, great game. A lot of that I would consider fan fiction, okay? A lot of it does not fit into Legend. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say here. LOTRO has some legendary legends and also legendary servers, don't they, Jeffrey? Did someone say rings of power? Oh. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Like, if I was gonna rate those things at those different levels, I'd be like, you know, canon, and then Peter Jackson's stuff has a lot of canon with legend that he added. Maybe one or two things, maybe fan fiction-y, where they don't really quite fit, right? Like the whole love triangle thing. That's like, in The Hobbit. But anyway, that's, you know. But besides things like that, I like the Hobbit movies. I mean, there's some complaints I have with CGI in those movies, but besides that, it's pretty good. But yeah,
like Rings of Power, it has some really good stuff, right? And I would say there's a little bit of canon, like with locations, right? That's about it. The rest I would say is a fan fiction stuff, because really a lot of it wouldn't fit in even as a legend, where it would fit really well. Like LOTRO does a lot of stuff that fits really well. A lot of the stuff Rings of Power was completely made up, right? It doesn't fit in. It literally goes counterintuitive to some of Tolkien's canon. So it has to be like a fan fiction thing, right? And you could decide what parts are good or bad, right? Again, I've made some fan fiction for my character, right? And he is, though obviously I think mine fits in, would work with legend, because I work really hard to respect what Tolkien's canon says. But still, it's my fan fiction, right, of my character's story. All right, so
The Temamir welcome you.
we do not have wood here, but it is really intended for the use of cook fires when a meal has need of wood smoking seasons. Still, I can spare some for Bazab if he needs a plank or two. He has had some nice words about meals I've made in the past. Help yourself to the wood and planks over there. Where? Okay, right there. I saved wooden plank from the fire. Now you should bring the wood to Bazab by the cave claw nest. Okay, so he's at the cave claw nest up by the river. All right, so this guy's trying to help save this. There goes my horse again. All right, he's over there. Uh-oh. The guards. That's not... Oh, what's happening here? We're having a whole situation.
There is a chill in the air.
There is no time for the sign now, Zollin. You have to do something. Tell these dwarves there is nothing to fear. They have to put away their weapons before something terrible happens. All right. Calming the dwarf down. Come on, guys. It's a cave claw. You don't need to kill it. All right. Finally, certain that they are safe and not in danger, the creatures curl up and... Wait. They curl up and go to sleep. Oh, look at how cute, ugly that thing is. Gosh, cave claws, dude, are like, actually, look at their jaw. They look like they have no, like, this is scary, dude. I mean, they're actually like, I guess they could be cute in some weird alien sort of way, but they're pretty darn ugly creatures. Like, it looks like they have like pustules on his back with things come as spikes. Like, actually, I think this thing's probably. Now, wait. The question is, with this thing, are these the same creatures? Are these just like? Wait a second. Is this like a male and a female? Like, is this a thing? I don't think so. I think they're different. I thought they were different species. I always thought they were.
A keen mind is more potent than the sharpest blade.
What a relief, Zollin. We will stand guard over these cave claws until their young one hatches, and see that no one threatens them. I am confident that if we do not raise our swords against them, they will not seek to do us any harm either. How big do cave claws usually grow anyway? Do you know? That is a concern for another time. Right now, there is just one egg, and it should be quite comfortable inside my favorite helmet. It is a good thing I dropped it over the railing, isn't it? I am very proud of this, my friend. I confess it. Thank you for helping me with this. Oh, and I forgot to pop my XP thing. No! Oh, well, that's no big deal. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on here. I'm going to continue to think that these are their own species and these are different, and it's not. But they put them together, so I'm kind of wondering if they're trying to imply that that's a male version and a female version. But I always thought they were different species of cave claws. So, but I mean, I guess in theory, they are the same kind of animal, like dogs. You know, like certain kind of dogs can crossbreed. Maybe that's what's going on. Alright, here, let's see. I need to investigate the suspicious door. Here's the very sus door. It's a very sus. Kill it anyway. No, Elvin, I'm not gonna kill it. As you approach the suspicious door, a nearby dwarf seeks to attract your attention. A dwarf. Oh. Wait, this guy's like a longbeard dwarf.
You are a companion of the King of Gondor. Have we met?
My memory for faces is not what it once was, and I am far from my home. I am here visiting, but I believe I have information you should know. Quietly. We should not speak here.
Quickly. I'm sorry.
Let us meet inside the armory, across the water, to the northeast. There will be fewer unfriendly ears to hear what I have to say, and the noise of the forges should help hide our conversation.
And it was quietly, wasn't it? All right, let's go talk to him over here. Bum, 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 bum. Where are you? Where are you, dwarf? Oh, there he is.
When I first arrived here, the Temamir showed me a great deal of hospitality.
Okay, so there's a lot more. I think I'm trying to, like, there's more syllables than I realized with their names. I think that's what I'm, Hamamir, you know.
When I first arrived here, the Temamir showed me a great deal of hospitality.
And Hamisar. Okay, so there's a lot more syllables in their names that I'm realizing. That's what I'm saying wrong.
When I first arrived
here,
the Temamir showed me a great deal of hospitality.
And Hamasar gave his personal welcome. I was most impressed for a while. I have been warmly greeted at every dwarf hold I visited along my travels. Farouk Hazar outshone them all, but then it all changed. A few days ago, an emissary from the Kindred of the Coins arrived. His name, you know, for Hamasar told it to you, but he withheld his epithet and the folk to whom he belongs. His full name is Kurkult the Cunning, and he is a dwarf of the Temamir, who hails from some distant lands, and yet he was not from Umbar he came, or at least not directly. He came from the west. From conversations I overheard, I understand that he received delivery of some artifact from the north, and he brought it with him to Furuk Zakar. Hamaser told that you, this emissary of the kindred, departed, but I think he is still here. It is the dread of the artifact he bears that you sensed outside the door, where he shelters. I do not know why the Temamir became so cold to me after he arrived, or why their leader lies to the King of Gondor. But I thought you should know. I will speak to the King Elsa briefly, if it can be arranged in secret, but I think you should all leave this place before it is too late. Farouk Zakar may not be safe for you. Oh gosh, this is getting spicy. This is getting crazy, guys. Yeah, it's a deep claw. That's what I thought. All right, Jeffrey, thank you. Yeah, it's not a cave claw; it's a deep claw. That's what I thought. Yeah, the different cave claws. Yeah, I think so. So maybe it's just guarding. Maybe they're like just friends, right? Maybe the other one's just guarding the nest. Maybe that's what's going on. Talk to King Elisar in the guest room. Elisar, we have to leave right now.
Gangur Farwend was just here, and he told me what he said to you.
Zollin, I asked him to describe Kuletok, and he did the best he could. He did say his memory for faces is not what it used to be. Kabar sketched a drawing from the description. Here it is. Oh, can I actually look at it? Unless I hand you a parchment on which Kaban has sketched a portrait. Do we get to see it? Oh, dude! We get to see the portrait! That's freaking awesome. I love it. What a great... I love it. Gotta do this more. Because that's with pictures. That's so cool. Dude, look at him. He's awesome. What a freaking cool dwarf. He's a freaking pirate dwarf. Hey, I'm a beach dwarf. That's what people joke about and say. Cool. All right. So return the sketch.
My hand shook as I drew the sketch. I may not be cut out for such an adventure as this.
I do not know if I am properly cut out for such adventure such as this. I hope you and the king find drawing useful. Will you now know tell of the cunning if you see him. If you will not, the fault lies with me. I apologize to the king, for I am only an amateur artist, but he would not hear it. He is too good for such as I am. I mean, that was a pretty dang good drawing, I thought. It was pretty awesome, actually.
We have no choice now, my friends. We should get as much rest as we are able.
Whatever Hamasar thinks to keep from us, whether it is to continue presence of Kultek the Cunning in Farouk Zakar or some other description, we cannot reveal it if he chooses to keep it hidden. We will depart in the morning, rest for now, but lightly. All right, wait, we're gonna get XP. I'm gonna pop the XP thing. And extraordinary XP. And pop. Boom. I just made 1,722,000 XP instead of 800. Look at my XP bar. It's so close to leveling up now. We're almost at the first level.
It is time for us to take our leave, Hamisar of Farouk Zahar.
Farouk
thank
Zahar.
you for your gracious hospitality.
I don't want to hear him say that again. It was awesome.
It is time for us to take our leave, Hamisar
of the Farouk Zahar. Okay.
We thank you for your gracious hospitality.
And for your continued friendship. The efforts of your folk on behalf of mine in the days to come will not be forgotten. Hamisar.
I share your hopes for the future, King Elisar of Gondor.
And have this to say as well. As you return to your kingdom and continue your journey about which you spoke oh gosh, how do you say that? Yesterrev? That is a word I do. Is that terminology for yesterday? An old-fashioned way of saying yesterday? Yesterrev? Rev? Let caution guide your steps. There are snakes in the grass everywhere. Indeed, even some dwarves may hold treachery in their hearts and give voice to things they ought not. But I'm voice of the rings. I'll give good voice to things. I had to send one such troublemaker from Farouk Zahar this very morning. The Longbeard, Gangur, Farwent, is no longer welcome within these walls. But it is different for you and your companions, King Elisar. You, of course, are welcome to return at any time, should you wish to discuss the continuing relationship of our folk. But remember what I said. Beware of the snakes in the grass, for they are more likely to strike when you expect it not. Yester Eve. Oh, yeah, last night. Okay. Thank you.
Fear not, Hamisar. I will remember your words.
Elisar gives you a knowing look. Come now, my friends. We shall rejoin the rest of our traveling party at the Hall of Ost Englebed to the southwest. All right. Wow, this is was pretty epic. Well, we completed all the quests in here, and we're off to the next area. Let's go! All right, so other people are already higher level because I'm over here starting this at the beginning level. All right, to Englebed. So we just need to go to the front. We'll take a swift travel over there. I do think this fortress is cool. I thought those stories were awesome. What do you guys think? Here live? Or if you're watching this later as a video? But yes, seriously, everyone here live right now, what do you guys think? That was I like those stories. I also like the quests in here. I thought they were really well done quests. We had some fun little extra side stories. I didn't feel like the quests were like boring, monotonous things that I'm just clicking accept and finishing and moving on.
I am at your service.
I thought they were very, very well done. All right, man, that is a pricey travel. I would say one thing I would recommend to the devs is with quests. At this point, I think quests should be giving you more silver, okay? I know it has to be like realistic lore-wise, like how much silver would they give you for accomplishing a quest? I can understand if it was someone that's like a poor peasant you're helping, they give you like 30 copper or something, right? And then it's like, oh, okay, I understand it's part of the story. But if it's some big noble guy, commander or something, and you do a quest for him, at this point in the game, I think they should probably be giving us like 200 silver-ish for a quest.
How can I be of service?
Because again, they're not repeatable quests.
And if you notice, when you
can
go
I
to
do
do a
for
swift
you?
travel right now, if you notice some of these places, 129 silver to swift travel, right? Or 84 to travel. I feel like if it costs that much to take a horse, I feel like one single quest should probably pay you more than a horse travel. Does that make sense? Do you guys what do you guys think? Leave a comment or live chat. What do you guys think? Do you agree with that? I think that makes sense. That's just one of my opinions on it. And by the way, just so a couple of you guys know, they're going to be updating more of the crafting system. The crafting system is not done with the updates. And also there's a couple things that I think probably should be updated about the crafting system. I noticed that in the new crafting system, you have to use a lot of, you could only craft the yellow tier items, which I think that, I'm glad you don't have to get the recipes, but I feel like you should just have the higher level recipes, or like be able to get them for free somewhere if you're at a certain level. Even if you have to get the recipes, but maybe not make them so expensive. The yellow items, you need like these 3 like red stones or something from the new area, and it's like kind of pricey to make one yellow item. I kind of feel like they should pull those off and just make it generic materials, and then make like a purple or blue item you can make with like a ton of stones, right, with the special level of things. Anyway, that's a side note, but just thought I'd shout that out about the crafting stuff that I was looking at. Maldor.
My soldiers should have reported back. Could you see to their whereabouts?
Yes, you there, adventurer. When you pass the front gate on the way in, were the guards at the ready? I sent 2 men to replace Berion and Lastriel, but they have yet to report back to me. Could you return to the gate and see their whereabouts? Sure, free XP. I like it. All right, Glindor. Oh no. Something has gravely upset Glindor and the others, all right, of the traveling party.
It's terrible. Just terrible. Queen Arwen is nowhere to be found.
Oh, well, I see why you're upset. That makes sense. Oh, wow, look at that shield. Does it look cool? Oh, look at that shield. It looks awesome. What a cool looking shield. I'll take it.
I beg you, ask around Ost-Anglabed and find the queen.
The king will never forgive us if we have allowed some harm to befell her. Oh, that's why they're all upset. Okay, that makes sense. Don't worry, it's Arwen. She probably slipped off by herself. They're like, it's horrible. There's Dr. Elro here. He probably won't even care. I have not seen my sister today, but I am not yet worried. Arwen can take care of herself. If the need arises, she will be fine. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's about the answer I would have guessed out of the brother there. Yeah, oh yeah. So it's the same in 14. Okay. Yeah, no, it is every MMO. It really is. I think the reason why they don't do that is because of like inflation, right? With money, with giving more silver on quests or more gold or whatever the currency is in the game. They don't want to inflate the money of the game, which is, I understand that. But at the same time, how many people are going to run through like the same quests? Like, I mean, granted, let's say someone has 10 characters, right? And they do every quest with 10 characters. If they take the time to play 10 characters, I think they deserve to make the money. And I don't think that would inflate the prices too much on things. But I guess there could be an argument there on both sides. The queen is gone? What do you think might have happened to her? Do you think she will be alright? What's the will happen now to Gondor? Grethil. I have not seen Queen Arwen today. I hope she is safe. Have you spoken to Eloreth? She sees more than you might think. You may know the queen has gone. Who am I supposed to talk to? How could this have happened? They're so upset. Those poor people. Oh, I bet that's where the queen has gone, up there by the river, right? Swift change. All right, let's, do we have to ask everybody? Talk to Laris something. Which one is, all right, we'll go down here first. Is that, well, there's Legolas. We'll talk to Legolas. Legolas. We must not immediately expect foul play, Zollin. The queen is likely to be fine. But we should speak with those of our company who have been seeing her
lately. Perhaps Grethel, Adafdion, or Lorian. They are often together and may observe without notice what happened to Arwen. Alright, why are we running and chasing around Arwen? She'll be fine.
I won't ask you to lie on our behalf, but please don't tell the sergeant about Berion.
A young
I'll
guardsman
report back to him
sits
myself
on the ground,
once I think of something to say.
coaching himself to take deep breaths. His skin is blanched and damp with sweat. 2 other guards stand near him, shielding him from views of others. The guardsman pulls your attention away. "Hail, adventurer, can I help you?" You tell her you were sent by the sergeant to investigate the whereabouts of the gate's guards. She sighs and clicks her tongue. "Can I ask you to keep a secret?" She lowers her voice to whisper. "Berion has had some difficulty even since he came back to Minas Tirith. He's a good soldier and a great man, but sometimes I don't know what to call it. It's as if he's seeing something that only he can see. As if the sergeant finds out about these episodes, I fear Berion will lose his post. It cannot happen. He needs the money. I won't ask you to lie on our behalf, but please don't tell the sergeant about Berion. I'll report back to him myself once I think of something to say." It sounds like the poor guy has post-traumatic stress. That's what it sounds like. He is shell-shocked from the war, which is a very real thing that none of us can really relate to completely. I have some people I know who have that in real life. It's very terrible. The only way I can relate to it is in one thing. Back when I had a bunch of lung problems, and it's crazy. It's not fun. It made me feel like I had to run, but I knew I didn't have to run. So it was like one side of my brain was getting this massive adrenaline because I couldn't breathe. I had to run. And the other side was like, "Oh, you're fine. Why are you freaking out? You're okay. You'll get through this." It's not fun, but that's the only thing I could say that I have some relate to the stress of like something that happened in your mind without you really being able to control it. But like still, shell shock from war is totally different. Still, it's so bad. It's terrible. Anyway, moving on. But I think that's what the character has, which is an interesting story. It makes sense because I'm pretty sure after what happened in Gondor, people would have a lot of people, soldiers would have problems. I mean, just look at the movies. Literally, Nazgul and Fel Beast were picking people up and throwing them off the walls. They were throwing heads over the walls. Like, that's horrible, okay? So that would mess people up a little bit, I think.
Well, as long as the gate is guarded, I will await Lastrael's report.
Grunts affirmatively. Well, he just read it for us. Hey, we leveled up. We're level 141, guys. Woohoo, we did it. There's one level. One level down. 9 to go. Ha-ha. Look at that. Our health went up about 4,000 too, 5,000. So I'm curious once we hit level 150 how much our HP will be up. I'm assuming we'll be around, depending on, they probably made it where it doesn't exponentially grow quite as much as before since they did the stack crunch, but I'm assuming we'll still have like 150,000 health or more once we have good gear and stuff as a guardian. We'll see, maybe more. Learn where Queen Arwen has gone. Yes, we need to learn where Queen Arwen has gone. Oh, here's Elladan. Let's talk to Elladan. Lord Elladan. I have spoken with the folk up here, and none have seen the Queen. Perhaps you should research the lower levels of the city. Alright, well, there's one more person we didn't talk to apparently down there. I missed. Whoops. But I'm pretty sure Arwen is over by that water. Gold sinks. That is true. What? 25 million gil? Oh my goodness gracious. And that's the money in Final Fantasy. That is expensive. Well, there was someone I was supposed to talk to over here, but I can't find them. Oh, they're back here. That's why. Aha, there's the healer.
I'm sorry I cannot help you.
Zollin?
Unless...
I was deep in conversation with Alberta and Gerthil a few hours ago, and we only learned that the Queen was missing when we returned from our walk. It was such a nice stroll, it was, with the flowers all in bloom. Abeta, Dira, whatever her name is, presented me with the finest one he could find, and Loriath trails off, a faint blush coloring her cheeks. Do you know, I think he might be sweet on me. Oh gosh, why is... Oh, okay, alright, good to know, my madam. Can you imagine, to be young again? But now that you mention it, while you were out, I did see someone wearing a cloak very similar to the one the Queen prefers, walking northwest of Engelbed, in the direction of the river. Do you think she might have gone that way?
Well, maybe, ma'am. We'll go check. Man, I need to drink some water.
I can't imagine doing anything else in life. I can't carry on being a guardsman anymore.
Excuse me, my name is Berion. Oh, he's the guy that was having the post-traumatic stress disorder. Poor guy. I believe you saw me earlier sitting by the front gate. I've been a soldier ever since I was tall enough and strong enough to hold a spear. I can't imagine doing anything else in my life. But I can't carry on being a guardsman anymore. I was thinking of seeking apprenticeship with one of the tradespeople here in Engelbed. If one of them accepts me, I may quit the guard, knowing I'll still be able to provide for myself. Could you speak with the smith, the baker, and the tanner? While I meet with the others, we can meet back here later. Yes, a baker. I always wanted to be a baker. I joke. Alright, let's talk to the tailor here, Tanner.
Need I remind him of what happened last time he came to visit me?
Sorry. Doing all these different voices is making me yawn. Birion needs work, you say? I remind him that last time he came to visit me, he didn't make it within 15 feet before the smell of the tannery stole the lunch from his stomach. Oh, that is very realistic. Do I tell the little bit of history? I'm going to give you guys a small history lesson because of that comment. The tannery, in the past, this is a real thing in medieval times. And I found out this is a real thing. This isn't a myth. Tanneries would a lot of times use urine to tan the leathers, okay? Because it was really good for that. So literally, like, people would bottle it and sell it to the tannery, okay? It's gross, I know. But the acidic properties and stuff would help tan the leather and sap the leather so that it would last for a long time. And there's some other stuff they did too with other things and chemicals probably that were things in the medieval era. But it smelled nasty from what I've read. So that's probably why it's not a job for him. All right, what about the baker?
Of course I want an apprentice. The trouble is I haven't the coin to hire one.
Laughs at you. Do I want an apprentice? I woke up before the cocks crow and move my own weight in dough twice over before dawn rears its head. Of course I want an apprentice. The trouble is I haven't the coin enough to hire one. You tell Berion that I'm sorry, and to come to me for some free bread if he ever needs it, assuming his pride will allow it.
All right, here, let's see. Where's the last person I'm supposed to talk to? Over here. Sounds dangerous. Yeah, they did use arsenic. There's a lot of chemicals they use. And obviously, we all know that most glassware and stuff, even more recently in the last 100 years, had lead in it. So be careful if you buy glass that's really old, even if it's gorgeous. It's fine for the counter, but if you're drinking out of that or eating off it, you can get lead in your system, and you can get lead poisoning and die pretty quick. It's not good.
My father regretfully declines to take any new apprentices at this time.
Something is going on glitched here. I think that's supposed to be her voice.
My father regretfully declines to take any new apprentices at this time.
I think she's talking for him because even though there's a glitch here, they probably should have put the ring on her Because I think the joke is she's talking for him, he's ignoring me. I think is the point.
The smith makes a good long, low growling sound and makes you think he might have speech.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
My father regretfully declines to take any apprentices at this time.
His daughter translates right next to him. I think I would have put the ring on her, but that's okay.
The old man grunts affirmatively.
He's like, That's what I imagine him doing. All right.
Woo, history.
All right. Birion. His face falls when you deliver the news. I had forgotten about the incident with Brenshen. Ah, well, I suppose there's nothing to do but speak with the sergeant. Thank you for trying, friend. All right, there we go. Also, let me pop some more acceleration perks on here. All right, there we go. Let's go and find Arwen. We're coming, Arwen. So we just earned 700,000 for helping him. And also, why is that gate closed?
Who locked the back door? Who does that?
No, just kidding. All right, so I'm gonna follow this person who's probably also going to Arwen. Gonna jump off the back wall here. Bum-ba-da-dum. I'm pretty sure she's way out there in the forest, so we shall, in the middle of the night, late watches, we will go off the back wall here and find Arwen in the back here. Arwen! We're like screaming at top of our lungs. Arwen, where are you? All right, into the forest. It's a pretty looking forest, though. All right, here we go. Around the bend. Whoop! Down this valley. Oh, of course, I broke my horse's leg. My bad. Nobody's gonna toss my horse but me. That was pretty funny. I like that comment today. That was good. Ah, much better. Prince Lando. It's a Prince Land Stalker. So this is the land of the prince? Oh wow, this is really pretty. I'm assuming since all the animals are named Prince Land and then their name, that this is an area for the prince. Yikes. Oh no! The guy bought an old stained book in auction and later died. The book was dated 1600s. He bought it in the early 1980s. The arsenic stayed on it for 300 years. Yeah, that would do it. That is a little bit scary. Now I bought a recent book that my sister was telling me about. That's from London in the 60s. And they still use certain chemicals, but they didn't use arsenic, which would stay on it forever. That's crazy. Oh look, you found Queen Arwen deep in conversation with Roaming Star. Oh, Roaming Star. This is one of the ladies of the spirits of the river, right? Cool.
But I hope you will heed my words, Maiden of the Gilroy.
But
and trouble yourself not overmuch.
A life is lived as it is lived, and if we grieve for all that has transpired, or for all that will, we could not bear the sorrow. Let it not weigh too heavily upon you, dear one. It's a good thing to remember. Arwen turns to you and smiles. I hope I did not worry the company too greatly, Zollin, but I did not want to burden Roaming Star with tramping feet of my husband's entire retainers. Retoon, there. There was things to be said in private, and I felt certain I could return before Ilareth finished her chatting. I saw her from afar, and it seemed she had only recently begun. Even from such a distance, I believe she might have become rather enamored of the groom who keeps the horses.
Arwen has shown me the kindness of the suit I had thought vanished from the world.
Zollin, I do not know what to say.
Wait for a new arrival. Ah, it's King Elisar has arrived. If I wore a ranger's garb, I could have approached without making any noise, but these garments are much less suited for walking in the wilderness. I hope I did not frighten roaming star with my tromping. Arwen had spoken to me of her desire to meet with the maiden of the Gilrain, and I did not wish to interrupt. But I have need of you, my friend. Alright.
Actually, now that I look at it, you guys, does the best item for your class go to the top? Is it not? You know how I was saying the heavy armor versus the light armor? It keeps being like the might and vitality one is at the top. Is it just by chance? Or is it because I am a guardian, so it brings whatever I want to the top of the questing thing? That would be very cool if that's what it is. We'll find out in the future when I level with a different character. Because the agility vitality one should go to the top if I was playing a mariner or a hunter or a burglar. Let me know in the comments if you don't know. I've sent the rest of the traveling party on to Linhir with instructions to aid the people there. Your report that supporters of the heirs of Castamere maintained a presence in that city is worrisome to me. Perhaps if we can give the townsfolk that help they need, we will help reduce support for any of that sort who remain. I told Kabar to make a list of notable tasks, meet up with him in Linhir, and learn the content of his catalog of things that need doing. Afterwards, he is to guide the company through Dor and Ernil and into Ringlow Vale. Arwen and I will meet up with you there, or in Lamadon if we meet with the delays. By the way, you guys, I know you know this, but I don't like pre-practice these voiceover things and readings ahead on LOTRO. I pretty much do them all off the cuff and on the spot when I'm recording or streaming, just so you guys are aware. I'm sure if I read them ahead and stuff, sure, I could probably get it where I get the names down a little better and and stuff like that when there's a new name with the new part of the story. But I kind of have fun doing it live or doing it like off the cuff, reading as I make the voiceovers at the same time. It's challenging. I enjoy that, and I think it makes it more fun. So for me and for you. So that's what I work on with that. But again, obviously, if I did a reading or a voiceover of like a script or a book or something, I would obviously read it ahead and stuff like that, right? And obviously, if I've already done the quests, I usually know where they're going with it, where I remember. With like a record, you'd read a book, you kind of remember a chapter. So that helps when I'm playing like Voice of the Rings character, right? When I'm going through a quest, maybe I've already done before. I kind of remember the gist or the names of locations already and stuff like that and people. So anyway, I just thought I'd throw that out there. It's not that important, but just so you guys know. All right, well, that was a kind of a cool little story right there. So we need to go down the Linhern. I guess we just got to ride because we don't really have a fast travel there. So here we go to Linhern. We'll ride through this beautiful. Look at the river, you guys. Look at that. That's gorgeous. Look at that. This looks so good. This area. Now, granted, I know this area was kind of already around, but obviously King's Gondor is technically a new region, as in I'm sure they've updated textures and put in more flowers, and obviously we don't have the clouds in the sky and things like that. So it technically is a new region, even though it's just a different dimension of the same location, right? Kind of fun, though. And thank you, by the way, for hanging out with me. The group of you that are still been here this whole time, I appreciate it. Have you ever go to an old auction where they're selling old paintings or books? That's one of the reasons they wear gloves. Oh, okay. And then obviously, of course, also not to get finger oils on the paintings or the things because that can usually damage artifacts that are old. But yeah, I guess also protect themselves from different things. So, kind
Kind of makes me think maybe I'll wear gloves when I read my new book, even though it's only like 50 years old. I have 1 or 2 books that are like 100 years old, but I really don't know if I don't know how long. When did they stop using arsenics on books? Right? Like, have they been using it just until the last couple years or what not? I'll have to look that up. My sister knows a little bit more about that too. All right, there we go. Look at that. I highly doubt that book I got though has anything on it bad. It's too young. It's only from the 70s, so. Though, I mean, with the glass, they didn't really stop using the lead in a lot of glass until like around that time or a little later, so gotta be careful. Granted, if you get a little bit on you, it's not going to kill you. But the problem is if you get exposed to long periods of a certain substance like lead or arsenic, it will start hurting you very quickly. All right. There we go. We're in the city here. Here's someone I have to talk with. But I don't think this is the person we actually came to talk with. No. Who's this? Lenil.
Gondor needs your aid.
Good day, traveler. Word has sent from Dornan and Ernil. Work has begun in restoration of the lighthouse that guides the Bay of Belfast. Oh, cool! I want to go to a lighthouse. All above bodies. I love going to lighthouses. I live here on the west coast of the United States. There's a lot of lighthouses in California and all along the state here. It's kind of cool. Just like if you were on the east coast, obviously. The lighthouses guide the Bay of Belfast. All able-bodied individuals who can help are encouraged to volunteer. Ernchar awaits you at the beacon of Dol Branor. He should have information for you. Alright, I will accept the quest. I would love to see a lighthouse. I guess it's up there. Alright, but we're going to go talk and do the chapter quest here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, I forgot it's this city. It's the city of, you have to go down here to get across. La dee la li dee da. There's some rats down here. That's funny, I sung those notes and then the horns played it. Aha, we're here.
Oh, I am glad to see you, for I am at the end of my wits.
Oh, Zollin, I am glad to see you, for I am at the end of my wits. The king instructed me to make a list of things we might do to aid the people of Lynn here, but everyone I asked had a different idea to where to start. Some are concerned about, this is a huge paragraph, about the foes that still stalk Doran Ernil to the west of the river. Others claim the pests that inhabit the town have gotten out of control in recent weeks. Others say the burned timbers that remain in Linher pose a risk to the health of the citizenry. And some, well, I think some folk just want to talk. I don't know with which of these things you want to start, but the king did say we were to be comprehensive on his behalf. I will see to the burdened timbers, but perhaps you can tackle the other items on the list?
Well, of course, that is what we do as adventurers. Nimnol is concerned about the increase in pests around Linhir. Alright, well, I shall defeat some pests. Remember those rats I was talking about? Well, those rats shall soon be slain by Zollin Ironshield. Linhir rodents. Well, hello there. Hello there. Oh, what is this rodent, like diseased? Oh, gross. I'm gonna put this poor thing out of its misery, even though some rodents are adorable, mind you, but not this one. Okay, and it's a game, so.
We must not take these days for granted.
Hello, friend. May I ask you for a small favor? My son is supposed to be helping me with some chores, but he's nowhere to be found. I suspect he's gone to the beach again, along the coast south of town. Could you tell him his mother is worried about him, and that he should come home? His name is Selethron, and also, she wants him for chores. I
don't think that's time. Good way to get him to come back, Mom. Zollin's having way too much fun putting these bugs down. Whoa, it blocked my attack? What is this bug? Super bug? The rat just blocked my attack too? What the heck are these rodents? Why are they so strong? Oh, okay. They stopped using arsenic around the 1900s. All right, that makes sense. Well, that's good to know. Thanks for letting me know. So what I need to be careful is my one book that I have from 1890 is what you're saying. All right. I keep it in a box. If it's green, yes. It might be green. Maro is worried that some of her neighbors have disappeared. The good news is I have not held that book for hours reading it, so I've held it for maybe less than a minute at full most. All right. Forcharn. Forcharn is not really worried about anything. He's just lonely. Oh, poor guy. I'm sorry. I love that. That was so random. That information they just gave us. So random. Okay, talk to the entrance. Okay, we'll go talk to him real quick. Back to the entrance. Apparently we already finished our quest. That was fast. We're being very efficient right now with our leveling up here. Our Tome of XP increase is good for 23 more minutes. Get a couple more extra XPs in. I have a bunch more, I think, in my vaults, so that's nice.
You took care of everything on the list?
You're good at this, aren't you? The king asked me to direct everyone through Dornan Ernel and into the Ringlone Vale, where he and Queen Arwen will rejoin us. I don't know why he chose me for this task. Do you think he knows that I was born in Earthring? I might have mentioned it to you once when he was nearby, but surely he would not remember a thing like that. The god lighthouse of Baron Rin is on our way, and I would not mind stopping to see it before we continue on to Ethring. I visited it when I was just a boy and found it most impressive. I found a disturbing rumor. The lighthouse sustained some damage during the war, but perhaps that talk was exaggerated. I hope so, at any rate. All right. So why don't we go help find that kid at the shore? Oh, it's sunrise in the game. Heck yeah. It's sunrise in the game. Wonderful. Let's go check it out. By the way, guys, thank you so much for liking the stream. I appreciate it. If you haven't already liked it, don't forget to like it. We've got a decent amount of likes on it already. I appreciate it. All right. We're almost there. Oh, there's the child. Oh, I'll take the Skarn deposit. Child. Mother worries too much. I'm old enough to be on my own. What am I doing here? I need to collect some seashells for reasons. If you help me find some, I'll go home sooner rather than later. You agree to help?
I do agree to help.
Hooray! In addition to a few normal shells, could you find some unique ones too?
All right, we'll find some seashells. I don't even see that. Is that an invisible seashell? What the heck? How? They're like invisible. I don't see them. These seashells aren't real. Seashells by the seashore. By the way, that is the ocean out there. Kind of cool spot. It's actually a really pretty spot. And also the water here is definitely better than it was when I was here previously. So this area has been updated to the water. I can't believe they were able to update the water, make it even better in this new expansion. It's crazy to me. It's like it already looks so good. The lighting and the textures, they really increased it nicely. It looks really good. All right. There's a bunny. Or a rabbit. All right, and then what about the collect the precious ones here? Oh, I like how the water just starts hurting us immediately. Vicious river current. I stepped my toe in the ocean and it started ripping off my armor off my feet. 2,000 damage. 2,000 damage. What a mean ocean here. That's so funny. They really don't want you to go very far. This seashell seems significantly pearly, is it? I didn't catch the word in time. And also, it keeps just saying 2,000 damage. The treacherous water scored a hit with vicious river current on Zollin for 2,000 damage to morale. That's what it says in the information thing right here. It's so funny. All right. Where? Oh, there it is. Found it. There's the seashell. All right, we'll grab that. This shell seems to be prettier than others, though whether it counts as a double pretty remains to be seen. Hey, here's another player. Hello there. I shall wave to him. Oh, he's just like, he didn't even read it, man. He just grabbed the quest and kept going. Celathron examines, I mean, that's normally how you fast level, right? In the game, you just accept the quest and move on and just follow what it tells you. But we're just doing voiceovers and we're enjoying that story, right? Good morning, Ice. Welcome to the stream. Celathron examines each shell with what appears to be a jewelry loop before tucking them in his pockets. These shells aren't for me, they're for Mum. Every summer, Miss Turiath would make a necklace out of shells and give it to my mum. But Miss Turiath still hasn't come up home from the war. Mum's really sad about it, so I want to try and make one instead. I promise I'll come home soon. Please don't tell my mum that I'm doing here. I want it to be a secret. All right, child, that's a good reason. That's a good reason to be not doing your chores. All right, we will go back and tell the mom that he will be back soon and that he's okay. Wow, look at that view of the valley over there. Wow, I don't know if you guys... Okay, I know I keep doing this, but visually with my eyes and the screen, the focus point is so much farther than normal with these trees over here. And the fact that I can see all the trees on this one and this mountain and this one in the background too, and all of these, and the water looks so good with the plant textures. And look at, there's a player just running across the screen right there, going to get the seashell, hiding behind the bushes. It looks so good. And the clouds, and you can see the seagulls up here flying around. Like, I don't know about you guys, but that is a great shot. Beautiful. I think it's pretty awesome. Got my coffee. Oh, good. I'm glad you got your coffee, Ice. I'm glad you're here. Welcome to the stream. We are doing leveling through the chapters. We are on chapter 2, and number 10 out of it. Chapter 2.10, technically. And we gotta travel. But we just wanted to help this mom real quick and her son, and he is being sweet to collect seashells to make her a necklace. So she was worried where he went because he's a small child, And now we know. So we'll go tell her real fast. Always a sweet little story. I like when they do sweet, cute little stories like that. All right, here we go.
We'll do our best to repair and rebuild what we can.
Let me guess, he was collecting seashells again. He's been at it for days. He thinks I don't notice the growing pile hidden in his room. Sadness creeps into her voice. Did he tell you about Tirith? It took so long for him to warm up to her after his father passed. But now he can't imagine a world without her. Neither can I. She left to join the fighting at Minas Tirith. She still hasn't come home. I began to worry she never may, and I think he fears the same.
Oh, so this must be a friend of hers.
She sighs and takes a moment to gather herself. I should talk to him about this. Thank you, adventurer, for your help.
It's still cute. So her friend used to make her other friend seashell necklaces. Okay. I misunderstood the situation. And the boy is trying to make up for it because he knows the mom is sad that her friend probably died in the war. All right. That's a cute story. All right, we're off to chapter 2.10. All right. Bum ba-dum bum ba-dum ba-dum ba-dum. We're off. We're off. We're off. Alright, you got to see some old Haradrim and Easterling. Probably courses of Umbar, actually, those flags. When they attacked, it probably wouldn't be any of the others. It would have been the courses of Umbar. So we're going up to this spot up here. Oh, that's not where we're supposed to go. But we had to restore another lighthouse, too. So let's talk to Archar at Dul Branor. Wow, look at that view. That's awesome. That's awesome. Look at that view, guys. The ocean and the seagull sounds. That's so cool. This forest is pretty cool looking. I don't know if I remember if you could come up here in the previous area of this it was just West Gondor. This is obviously the king's version after the fact, after the war. I don't remember if you could be up here or not. It's cool though. All right, we're just climbing a mountain right now. Good thing we're on a horse. We're on a pack trip up this side of this mountain. Oh, there's a lighthouse up there. Oh, come on. Oh, no, no, I'm falling. I was really hoping I'd just climb up right here. Can I? Darn it. Maybe I can get to that rock. Oh, I hate it when you get stuck. Oh, it's so annoying. There, I got it. I got it. All right, maybe we can get up right here. Can I jump? Can I climb this? Oh, it seemed like I climbed the edge. Whoa, another awesome view though through the trees there. Look at that. That's cool. Look at that. Look at this view. It's kind of cool like seeing it through the trees, you know? You can see the tower there in between the trees way back there. All right, so we gotta climb this mountainside. Man, the textures are so much better on these rocks than they used to be. Okay, it's a lot easier to see what you're standing on too when the textures actually make sense. Wow, that's so cool. I'm enjoying these shots so much. It's so cool. Using my horse, we're almost there. It should be right up here. There it is. So here's one of the lighthouses. It's not the main one, but it's one of them. Oh, dude. Oh, dude, look at the sunrise. What? Here's the person we have to talk to, but before that, Oh, look at that view. That's awesome. Gosh, look at the waterfall back there. That's so cool. That is awesome. Well, that's pretty cool. So cool, taking screenshots. All right.
What is it? Is it trouble of Baron Rill? We have vowed to protect these lands and shall never waver.
It is you. The restoration efforts are well in hand in Lean here.
Oh,
so
Zollin.
my attention is needed elsewhere.
It is you. Well met. The restoration efforts are well in hand in Lynn here, and my attentions are needed elsewhere. Not since I was ambushed here did I really see the devastation brought upon the war by the war. My brothers and I have begun relief efforts and plan to restore Dornen Ernil. As fate would have it, your appearance before me is quite fortuitous. The Corsairs have been pushed back, but some still linger in these lands, hindering our ability to transport supplies. Scouts have reported a nearby encampment west of the beacon full of the lowly thieves. They are the culprits, I'm sure of it.
Oh, I just skipped some of the story. Sorry. Dude, the epic music now that it's morning. I'm gonna turn down a little bit because it's a little loud, but all right, we're off. All right, we're halfway to level 142. We'll walk through this beautiful, cool forest. Dude, this is the coolest looking forest. And I like how in LOTRO how they manage to, like, some areas will look similar in forests, but they'll like do little different things with different shrubs or something to make it seem like just a little bit different of a forest, you know, or a different kind of rock or moss. Like, I just think they do a good job with that. I really do think they do a good job visually with that. I appreciate those little details. Up, there's their camp. Let's get them. Let's get them, boys. And girls. Everyone's here. Thank you for liking the stream. I appreciate it. The likes are slowly crawling up. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And if you're watching a video later, maybe a comment. Yeah. Share the video. All right. So I'm just supposed to clear out some of these guys there. Ha ha! Got it. Got him. Come on. Group up, creatures. Turn the tables. Zollin Ironshield's too strong for these guys. Oh, what a crit. 50,000. All right. Oh, there's some supplies we can pick up. Oh, there's also this is for a scholar. If you're playing a scholar, you could get into that. But I'm not a scholar. Oh, look, another guardian. Hello there, sir. I wave at Huckby. That's his name. Oh, there's a bunch of us here. See, we have a minstrel here too. I helped. All right, got some more supplies there. There's 3 more supplies. If I can get these 2 quests done right now, I will be able to get a little more extra XP on my little hour XP boost thing. Grab that supply. So I'm pretty much done. I gotta travel to a different place, but let me get these supplies if I can. Okay, sweet. I'll grab these last supplies, and then I'm gonna run as fast as I can. How much time do we have left? We have 6 minutes and 25 seconds left on that XP boost. Okay, we can do it. We can do it. All right, boom, there we go. Talk to him at the rest. Okay, quickly. We gotta turn the quest in. Ride like the wind, Clyde. Actually, you know what? We're actually gonna get on our war mount because it's taking it a little faster. even than my boosted animal. Ha! Sounds like a joke, but my faster speed mounts, I get 78% because I have the Journeyman Riding Pack, which is highly recommend. Goes on sale sometimes in the LOTRO store. Check it. It is kind of pricey, so LOTRO points wise. All right, so here's.
I never thought to see the days of peace come again.
Let me turn this quest in real quick.
Erkar sent you. That is a blessing. After the battle raged here and Linhir was made safe, I established this camp to organize and route supplies through Doran Airneil, all the way to Ringlow Vale.
Wow, the whole thing was almost freaking voiced over. Please, if you to help relief efforts, which you're most welcome.
As you can see, I am overseeing the efforts in rebuilding Doran Airneil. We are making significant progress, and the supplies you brought with you are most welcome.
When Archon sent word ahead of your arrival, I was relieved. I take it that the lingering Corsair encamped in Tun Gulbel have been dealt with? You explained to Heronion. Sorry, how do you say his name? I've seen this name before. Is he a main character in the book? I'm trying to remember. Do you guys remember? I'm trying to, like, it's not Heronion. That's the Greek guy. That's not how you say it. Is it Horion? Is that how you say it? Horion? Seems like that's how you would say it. Horion, that they should no longer be concerned. The deed is done then. The deed is done then. If you have a moment to aid the camp, speak to Aras. He'll be happy to help. See you again. Okay, cool. Man, this area is really pretty. This is beautiful. Look at that. I mean, look at that. Look at those flags. It's awesome. Just gonna peer around here for a second and enjoy these magnificent views. Looks awesome. All right, well, XP boost is about to finish up there. Travel to Baranair. All right. Well, my friends, I mean, cut us off here or anything, but think I'm gonna call it here today for the stream. I had a blast, but Zollin Ironshield is very hungry. And by the way, Robert, I appreciate the super chats because I have lunch money now. I go get some food. 2 lunches, hopefully. I can use it for that. Thank you for hanging out, my friends. Thanks, Ice, for stopping in. I know you caught the last, 30 minutes here. But, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and call it here. I had a blast. Would you guys like me to continue this with live streams? Or do you want me to play through the chapters with the LOTRO Adventure series in episode form? I do enjoy doing live streams, and again, like I told you, I've got some update ideas with lights for people doing super chats or stickers or special comments or whatever. I'll set that up. Again, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that 100%. I have an idea, but don't hold me to it yet because for the stream, we'll see. Oh, sorry, man. Zao, thank you so much, though, for hanging out. Thank you. I appreciate the nice comment, though. Yeah, thank you for liking the stream. Be subscribed. Guys, you can join the Discord. I'll give you warnings, faster, better warnings usually than YouTube does for live streams. I'll the announcements there in Discord. Yeah, Jeffrey, you like the live streams? Yeah, I do like the live streams. I like it because I could do a lot, especially with the new area. So we'll do some more. I don't know if we're gonna do one like tomorrow for Sunday or not, but I might do one during the week, just so because it's kind of hard to wait like every weekend. So, and then of course, if people can't make it, you can see it later as a video when you can, right? That's a nice thing about it. Turns into a video, right? But I will, of course, do more next weekend too. But usually on Sundays I take a break. So. What about the cheeseburger guy? What cheeseburger guy? What are we talking about? Oh, thanks, John Hammer. Yeah, no worries. I know
it's like Saturdays are like the best days usually for our group, and then sometimes Saturdays are busy for a lot of people. A lot of people can't make it. I get it, right? It's the weekend. You plan things. Sometimes you don't have anything because you don't have work, and sometimes you do because you plan stuff with people or friends or family. I get it. Same thing with me, but that's why I try to warn you. So join the Discord, all that stuff. Have a great and wonderful day in Middle Earth. Again, thank you for the super chats today, Robert, and thank you to my wonderful Patreons for their support. I appreciate that greatly. Subscribe button is there. Next episode's up there. If you're not watching this as a live stream right now, other stuff's down there if you're live stream here. And I'll see you guys. Have a happy, wonderful Saturday. Stay happy. We will definitely be doing more, so stay tuned. Also, is this a quest I could turn in and get my XP right now?
I hope you've been well. My work in Path Rest involves relocating refugees and those who have lost their homes.
All right. Well, we will talk to him in our next video. But I will save this to continue as a stream. I won't do this as a LOTRO adventure video. We'll continue this next part of this as the next stream. So, again, I always let you know because in the adventure playlist, I kind of bounce around sometimes. The LOTRO Tale playlist, I kind of consistent. I just continue whatever I'm doing on that character with the story, right? That's my main voiceover playlist, right? The LOTRO Tale series, which I'm going to go do some more of that. I've just been so busy between doing live streams for the new LOTRO area and Return to Moria and video, like, it's been a lot. But I am going to put out a lot more Return to Moria videos because I kind of, like, played a bunch and I have a bunch of episodes. I'm going to, like, put them out for you guys so you can kind of keep up with me so you're not too behind. But yeah, and we will continue doing lots of the story of the new area. It's so fun. They're doing such a great job. I really am very happy with this update. I think it's really cool. I'm hoping we're going to see a lot more update stuff with the crafting. They're going to be updating that more here in December too. And yeah, anyway, cool. Again, thanks for being here, guys. See you, Ice. Have a great day, and thanks for listening to my little chat here at the end. I'll see you all in the next episodes of Voice of the Rings. Stay happy, my friends. See ya.